miles. That's Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series.
The green flag is in the air.
Returns to Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course.
They make contact as they work their way down the hill on turn number 10.
The next faces of NASCAR back in the Midwest.
Off turn number 13, Austin Cindric returns to his family roots, and he wins at Mid-Ohio.
It's the B&L Transport 170 at Mid-Ohio.
Saturday, June 5th at 12:30 on Carolina Country WCSL. 92.3 FM, 1590 AM, and online at ktcbroadcasting.com. Looking for a new car? Maybe a pre-owned car or truck, or maybe an SUV? Then let your fingers do the walking and go to whatsupshopper.com. Local dealers with local vehicles. You don't have to drive all over the country. Just click on whatsupshopper.com and take a look at the local selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, and more from local dealers in Gaston, Cleveland, and Lincoln counties. Car shopping just got easier by going to whatsupshopper.com. Pick yours out today.
When the 2021 Atlanta Braves take the field, you won't want to miss a single moment as they set out to defend the East.
This one's hit well, deep left center field. Ranging back is Nimmo at the track. This baby is leaving town.
Braves baseball back again on the Boss in Carolina Country. WHS Shelby, WLON Lincoln, WCSL Cherryville, Gastonia.
Join us every Sunday at 11 a.m. for our Sunday morning worship services. On WCSL 1590 AM and 92.3 FM, it's the Sunday morning service of First Baptist Church in Cherryville. On WLON 1050 AM and 107.5 FM, it's the Sunday service of the Covenant Bible Church in Lincoln. And on WOHS 1390 AM and 101.5 FM, it's the Sunday service of the Calvary Baptist Church of Shelby. Join us each and every Sunday morning for our Sunday morning worship services on the Boss and Carolina Country.
Allray Tire is growing with locations in Cherryville, Shelby, Morganton, and now in Forest City. And with the growing pains, they are now in need of new employees. This is an exciting opportunity if you love the automotive business. You could begin your new career at Allray Tire. To apply, just drop by your nearest Allray Tire location on East Main Street in Cherryville, on West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, on West Main Street in Forest City, and on Carbon City Road in Morganton. Allray Tire. Apply today.
The game plays right here.
Are you ready for some football? Yeah!
Your sports leader, WOHS Shelby, WLON Lincoln, WCSL Cherryville, Gastonia.
Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to NASCAR Racing right here on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM, and ktcbroadcasting.com.
Here at KTC Broadcasting. Good morning. Good morning, Hunter.
Good morning.
Glad to see you here.
I know we're echoing.
See you here too.
I know we are. I'm glad that you've taken over my job on the board.
Were you on the board?
Oh, yeah. No, he wasn't on the board. I was on the board.
It was terrible, but that's not my job. But you know what is my job?
What is your job?
To let you know that Friendship Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram is bringing you Saturday morning sports talk. 190 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina, 828-919-3001. Friendship Nissan, 156 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina, 828-245-1661. And Kevin has been working on upgrading our staff. Kevin, glad you're back with us.
I don't know. Can we hear those guys in there right now?
I don't know. They're not talking.
Say hey, JP.
Say hello, JP.
He has to go back and sit down.
Yeah, he had to go sit down. Maybe they didn't have the volume up. I'm watching them in there.
I can't hear. I can't hear.
No, I can't hear him. I can hear him, yeah, but not in my head.
On the outside.
Not in my headphones.
Well, good morning, everybody. Y'all go ahead for a second. Enjoy your breakfast. Well, what are we eating today?
I don't know. I'm sitting here, and this is something on toast. I asked Terry. I said, Terry, what is it? And he just looks at me and says, guess. Well,
Hey,
I mean, it could be anything at this point. It looks like it's sausage and egg on toast.
You went on vacation last week. You get the mystery sandwich this week. But anything
it's mystery
good
meat.
But it's good.
So it's not sausage. It's mystery meat.
But it's good. It's good. If it comes from Mitchen's Kitchen, just don't worry about it because it's all good. I had bacon, egg, and cheese on toast again. Thanks, Terry, for picking that up. You're good for something.
It's the only reason I'm here.
That's the only reason why you're here.
Breakfast.
We don't put you on administrative leave.
Yeah. Well, I had the same thing, sausage and egg and cheese on toast. It's pretty good this morning.
Keep it simple.
Keep it
simple. That's the best. Sometimes those are the best.
I think JP's the one that messes me up every week. You never know what JP wants. One time he wants 2 bowls of grits, the next time he'll want sausage, egg, and cheese. It's sunrise wrap.
It's the 90.
But he does text me though, Tom, and let me know. Now I will say that word. You do not. Hunter does not.
What is the point of me texting you? I eat the same thing for the last 2 years. I was just going to say that it's the 90-10 rule. 90% of your problems caused by 10% of your people. See? What problems do I cause?
Well,
none.
Oh, Lordy.
I'm a low-maintenance employee. I would like to say one thing while you guys.
Baseball team,
and you're still talking, Tom.
I know. And I'm going to say this before you start yakety yak over there. The Burns Bulldogs defeat Kings Mountain 6-2 last night. Congratulations to Alex Lenhart. I heard just getting this and that. I got some of the updates that Jeb Bridges came in, nailed it down for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Congratulations to Burns. You know they've struggled this season. But that was a big win, non-conference win, of course, but just a big win for Coach Lenhart and his program last night. So congratulations to Burns.
I want to check on something. Let's check in on the interns. Turn your mics on. See if they're working now. Jalen,
John,
is JP still an intern?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Say something, JP.
Hello. Trying to. Hello. Oh, there we
He's
go.
In 2, not 3. That's 2.
Yeah, this is 3.
Oh yeah, I told y'all that. Oh goodness.
Well, we tried to turn it up, it didn't work.
Obviously, Tommy's still an intern.
Oh, really? You're gonna go there, really?
What time did you get here?
Hey.
You live 15 minutes closer to work than you did last week or the week before.
I did not time it right. I forgot, and my alarm to go off. I have legitimate excuses.
No, you do not. So, JP, you do know that, so you never played sports, right? So
no.
The rule is 15 minutes early or you're late. I don't know how they do it at the grocery store.
Excuse me.
But if you show up a minute late at the grocery store, Grandma has to wait for 1 minute for you to put your bags in the grocery store.
Oh,
no, actually, it's 3 minutes.
Can't wait for you.
I'm aware of that.
Excuse me. Did he just say not setting his alarm clock and mistiming getting here were legitimate excuses for being late for work?
Yes, that's what
Welcome to the 21st century, Tom.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure I had that right.
He tried to readjust.
There's nothing that he said. Take note. I know you've got your notebook in there. Nothing that comes from behind you should go in that notebook. I'm just going to tell you that.
Lord.
Your alarm clock not going off.
Anything
what is
that
this,
comes
1986, your alarm clock?
Right, yeah.
I mean, my alarm is my phone.
I almost texted you too. I was like, I'm not going to do that to Jalen for her first Saturday. I was see if she can come in on time.
Right.
She actually beat everyone here except Terry. The biscuits were here first today, and the JP. I'm just so sad. Well, good morning, everybody.
You see what I deal with every Saturday.
Well, Jalen's back. She took some pictures and helped out with us one summer a few years ago, and we're glad to have her back. She's got a full internship now, Tom. She's got her Ohio Bobcat shirt on in there, representing.
All right. Beautiful Athens, Ohio. You should go there.
Jalen, you got to move the microphone to your left so people can see. There you go. Nobody wants. There you go.
There you
go. So welcome to the show, Jalen. Good morning. Have you already had your sunrise wrap?
Yes.
How was it?
It was wonderful.
I'm jealous.
Now, you've been to Mitchum's Kitchen before, right? I heard you say something about it the other day. So
Yeah, at the fair.
Yeah, she gets it at the fair, Terry.
Hey.
Now, if you've got it at the fair, I bet 100% this man right here has handed you your food before.
So he's the one who's provided
Right,
my
Terry?
bloomin' onion.
Don't you? Hadn't you worked over in the past?
I have.
So yeah, at some point, Terry's handed you a bloomin' onion.
What do they
and
call
you
it?
didn't know it.
What do they call it there? Can't be
A
copied.
bloomin' onion.
Yeah.
No, you're not worried about copyright infringement or anything like
Tom. Really?
Well, Outback has it. I mean, that's the whole point of that. But don't mess with the classic, hey?
Terry, has he met Carol?
That's what I'm saying. You're exactly right.
Is that did I sum that up right?
that? Probably did.
Well, good morning, everybody. And before we get going, if you're listening on the radio and listening online, for our viewers, especially the ones in Sweden, you can also turn in and watch.
Dude, I'm all for
on YouTube.
our
I mean, no, we're on
fans in
Facebook
Sweden.
today. We're on Facebook.
We're on Facebook today?
Yes, I'm trying out different avenues and things.
We just need to, I guess, go and find some sort of developer, not me, that can just make a web page that's strictly for us to stream off of. It's our own little streaming platform. Then we don't have to worry about, the
Plaster
YouTube
engineer,
laws.
he just said we don't
and
have the
Facebook laws,
the capability of holding on that video.
we don't have. You
that
can't
video.
host that.
No.
Well, listen, it's a great idea for maybe one day.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Not today, Hunter.
But not today.
I do want to if everyone's watching, for the folks watching online, I've got a new toy here, Hunter. Right here on my.
What is that?
What is that? That is a Michael Jackson record player from 1985. How cool!
It looks like it's from 1985.
It is. You know how cool it is? Let me tell you why I have it and why it's here. Because in 1988, my father sold mine in a yard sale without me knowing. We used to have the records out in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
I went outside to play my record, my Michael Jackson record player, because he had his big fancy stuff and I had my little one. Where's my player? Oh, we had a yard sale yesterday. Some guy wanted it. What?
And sold it or just out from underneath your nose.
30 years later.
Yeah, but
30 years later, I'm in the toy store with my kids yesterday, having them pick something out to take for them on vacation this weekend with their nanas. And she's pointing up at something, and I was like, what is that next to what you're pointing at there?
Yeah.
It was a really good deal. It wasn't like overpriced or anything. I was like, there's no way I can't drop that money on it. Come here, buying it. It works. I played it. I sent you guys a text last night. It was and also the microphone that come with it still comes with it, and it works too. So you can sing along
with Michael Jackson.
You can play whatever record you want, obviously.
Yeah.
But I had a Michael Jackson record, so.
Huh.
And so I've been playing that, and we had some fun with it last night through the kids before they went camping. So proud of that. So if anybody wonders why that's sitting there, so 30 years.
There's nothing wrong with putting Michael on the stage.
Well, you're wrong.
Well, it depends on who you're talking to.
Been cleared of everything, Tom.
No.
It's all, yes, he has. All false. We're going to talk picks in a little bit. Well, let me pull my schedule up. We've got all kinds of things to talk about here in the morning, too. Prep baseball is finishing up this week. Cherville's in the lead in their conference. East Lincoln, there's North Lincoln fell last night, guys, to Lincolnton.
Who'd they trip over?
Lincolnton beat North Lincoln? Wow.
Lincolnton, Terry, in the past 2 weeks on KTC Broadcasting. WLON comes to town, Tom. The Stars come out to play. LON has knocked off West Lincoln and North Lincoln in back-to-back weeks. At home next week, they get Maiden. So, good luck, Blue Devils.
How has Bandy's been doing in that conference?
Not well.
Really?
I don't think.
They
don't even ask Tom.
Well,
they look pretty good the time I saw them.
I'm just saying, don't ask me.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I'm an alumni, and I have no
two teams
idea.
in the playoffs. They're not one of them.
Yeah.
I think they're 5-3. I think they're in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, not bad.
How condensed was this baseball season this
10
year?
games,
That's
right? Or
it?
14. Was it 14? 14,
14
total.
14
depending on conference, how many? I guess you
Generally,
and
what
how
teams
many
have
do
been
they-
doing
and how
is
many
playing
do we
about
usually
12
have?
conference and 2 non-conference.
20 something.
Yeah.
What, 22, 25 games?
Well,
Terry,
look,
do you
it's
know?
good for the
Off the
guys.
top of
It's
your head?
good that they at least still let the kids play.
They
But
used to
I
let 'em-
still wish that they would have given them at least almost 20 games.
They used to play like up to 24 if you had an endowment.
6-6 this year, Hunter. Your Trojans. So
500.
over in the Big South, Crest and Kings Mountain are 1-2 right now. Crest stayed undefeated last night. Almost got upset by North Gaston. Almost had 2 upsets last night on KTC. Cherryville still doing good in that conference. And let's see, who am I missing? South Fort 1-1-8-2-8. Tom?
What? South Point's 2A. South
Who's first in y'all's conference?
It's RS Central.
That's right. That's who I was missing.
And it's RS Central followed by, now it's getting interesting because Chase has kind of moved up in the standings a little bit. They beat RS on Tuesday.
I've got some projections for you here.
Yeah.
South Point, to give to you in just a second.
South Point and Chase, that series next week, the home and away, is going to be a huge little series there.
All right. Let me pull up those 2A projections. Get off my screen so I can kind of give you guys some of that. Now, remember, Legion's already started. So all these teams that have the good teams with some of the really good players that are going to play Legion this year, they're going to cross over. For example, the Cherryville Legion schedule. If the Ironmen went out and don't play, I don't know how, playing back and forth Legion or any of that would work or anything. But if Cherryville went out to the state, it ends on the 25th. If that happened and then they joined the Legion team, they would play 3 games in the regular season. And that's it.
Is this year everybody's going to make the playoffs?
As far as Legion?
Yeah.
I'm not 100%.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure everybody's going to make the playoffs. They're not
it may be. Yeah. It may be. Just do the tournament.
I don't think the regular season is going to mean anything. I think it's going to be everybody goes to the playoffs.
I've got that. I've got that scheduled too. The weeks on that because remember the state championship guys in Legion we're going to have here. They're going to be at Gardner Webb for the girls softball, and the men's will be here in Cherryville. So we'll have the Cherryville State Legion playoffs here on WCSL. All right, West Rural Conference baseball projections, guys. You want to remember, just like football, first place gets maybe a 1 because there's 3, 6, 9 teams in the 2A, and they don't split them like football. So some of these teams are not going to get a home team. East Lincoln and RS Central. East Lincoln's 11-1, RS Central's 8-1 in their conferences, so they're up for number 1 seeds. 2 seeds, North Lincoln and Fred T. Ford. Then Tom, it says Chase or South Point, both 6-3.
Going to come down to that series. I'm not sure what happened with Chase and RS last night, but if Chase can beat them twice next week, then Chase would get the 2 seed. I think South Point would need to win one of 2.
They're both 6-3 right now.
It depends, yeah, because the results from the Chase RS Central game, I don't know if I can find that out.
I'm trying to go ahead.
It's not online. I looked it up this morning because I'm just interested to see who's going to win in that conference. But it's going to come down to Chase, South Point, and RS Central, which Chase is really, they've lost to Shelby. It was their only. Shelby's only win of the year, and then Burns did beat them, but then they turn around, they beat East Rutherford, they beat RS Central. So it's kind of like they've played to their level of competition. So if that holds true, then they should play very well next week.
Chase beat RS just this past week on the 1st. This is upcoming game. South Point at Chase is on Tuesday.
That's going to be a big series. The South Point Chase series is a big series.
So next week for basically – one of them will get in. It doesn't look like there's going to be – it's one's in, one's out, basically. So whoever wins that, however the tiebreaker and all the other stuff works, Tom chasing South Point for that spot. Over Hunter, it doesn't say anything about the third place team and the South Fork guys. So it looks like just going to be 1-2 there. So North and East.
That's okay.
There.
That's okay. Well, they're getting ready to redo all the conferences anyway, so let them take first and second this year because I think they're based on what I've seen the projections for the conferences next year. I'm not sure they'll be sitting in first and second next year.
Well,
so.
North and East are going to 3A.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
that's kind of what I was.
I thought you were talking about Vandy's.
No. I'm talking about North and East. I'm kind of giving them a little bit of an elbow jab, like, hey, enjoy it this year. Enjoy it this year. Next year's going to be a different beast because I remember what North Lincoln was like when they went to 3A and they ended up in that 3A, 4A split. and they all wanted to get out just as fast as they got in.
That's it.
All right.
Remember every bit of that.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna get out here and break in just a minute. We'll go over what we're going to get into today. Some fun things to talk about. We've got NBA playoffs. Terry's got to tell us about. Are you interviewing for a job, Terry, for the Celtics?
Is the head coach?
A lot of openings in Boston right now.
I guess you saw Stephen A's meltdown about that too.
No, I have not.
I did not. I mean, I got to watch it now.
He had a meltdown.
We got to talk about injuries, fans, L.A., LeBron's, the Bucks and Nets. Is this a history-changing series going forward the next 5 so years in the NBA? Over in Major League Baseball, we got to talk about standings, Pine Tar. We've got, let's see, there was another one in baseball I had. And then we've also got with that, Cleveland Baseball Club has narrowed it down to 1,200 names, Tom. Did you see that report? How do they even put that report out? That's telling everybody, kiss off. We got 12. We're down to 1,200 names. Not 12 names.
A team's not going to be in Cleveland in a couple of years,
names.
I'm afraid. I'm really afraid what they're going to do when the lease runs out. But they'll have a new name.
We got to talk about Duke basketball. Big news come through this week. Mick Mixon, Carolina Panthers announcer and former Tar Heels announcer, announced his retirement. We'll talk about a little bit about that. And Braun Strowman is a free agent. Hunter?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You start missing a couple weeks. We might have to replace you with Braun Strowman.
Just call him, see if he wants to come in.
Well, you could probably fit him on the back of your truck.
Yeah.
He's not getting in the front seat.
That'd be the only way I could get him in.
Terry, you can go up there and get him. You got air in your tires and oil now, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, but I'd like to say this. I think he's made a decent amount of money in WWE. I don't think he's just living back here in Catawba County with his parents anymore. So
I think Braun was one of those cut one to save 5 guys with the contract situation.
Yep.
We'll talk about that more. NASCAR. Got NASCAR to get into. Bumping and grinding. Terry, you ready for that this weekend?
No.
Terry's just so excited. You're a great spokesman.
He is a ball of fire right now.
Is it a road course this week, Terry?
Yeah, it's a stupid old road course. But anyway, we watched we'll get into that
God forbid
later.
someone turns right.
God forbid we break. Somebody takes a break, takes a right.
Jeez, and we're not talking about a wreck either. Like, they have to turn right.
Oh, great.
Terry, that's the only chance Kyle's going to win now. He ain't going to win on a mile and a half, is he? All right, we'll be back. Jalen, you ready to press your first play button, your first commercial? Give me a thumbs up in there. All right, we'll be back on KDCBroadcasting.com.
Okay, class, listen up. Do not buy a car without a warranty. Just don't do it. At Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City, we have lifetime warranty on new and used cars. That's right, lifetime warranty on new and used cars. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. And through the end of this month, we're offering up to $4,000 over Kelly Blue Book value on your trade. So one more time, Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram has lifetime warranty on new and used cars, and you'll find us in Forest City.
The Dinosaur Hunt is on. That's right, a dinosaur hunt, June 18th, 19th, and 20th from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. each day at Upton Family Farms in Vail. 3 big days of dino hunting. Great for kids 3 to 12, and of course, kids of all ages. Online tickets are available now for $20 a carload at edsdinosaurslive.com. That's edsdinosaurslive.com. June 18th, 19th, and 20th at the Upton Family Farm, Highway 27 West in Vail. Again, find out more online at edsdinosaurslive.com.
Take advantage of a special offer on the versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. You own the land. Now, make it yours. Get the Kubota BX 2380 for payments as low as $99 a month.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, off Highway 74 at Oak Grove Road, Kings Mountain.
Purchasing a tractor is a big decision. Worrying about keeping it running shouldn't be. James River delivers peace of mind with an industry-leading 10-year warranty. Available with the purchase of any new John Deere 1 through 5 Series tractor with absolutely no buy-in cost required. Visit jamesriverequipment.com/10-year warranty. Valid with purchase of new John Deere 1 through 5 Series tractor. Some restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. James River delivers affordable quality and a 10-year warranty.
If you're in the market for new flooring, go to this area's most recommended flooring store. That's Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain. Flooring America in Kings Mountain is where friends send friends for their flooring needs. And right now, you'll find the ever-popular luxury vinyl plank for only $2.99 a square foot. That's right, only $2.99 a square foot. All during the Fresh Start Flooring Sale. Give your home a refresh with one stop at Flooring America, 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain, online at flooringamericakingsmountain.com.
There's a brand new Wednesday night special at Love's Fish Box in Kings Mountain. But first, on Tuesdays after 4 p.m., it's Alaskan whitefish with all the trimmings for just $6.99. And now on Wednesday nights, you've asked for them, now you've got them. Beef tips with your choice of fries or baked potato, slaw or salad, peppers and onions, or mushroom gravy for $9.95. And on Thursdays, it's their 8-ounce hamburger steak with your choice of potato, slaw, or salad for $6.99 at Love's Fish Box, 1104 Shelby Road, Highway 74 Business West in Kings Mountain.
And we're back to Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. They're talking more about sports. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I got one thing I want to say.
Yes.
I want to thank our friends over at Friendship Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, and Friendship Nissan, 190 Oak Street Extension and 156 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina. I thought I would take this opportunity to jump in and steal thunder from Tom.
Yeah, you did. Since you showed up this week, you get to do that.
So fun stats and predictions, and then I'll let the guys go on some rants here. But I've got some fun stuff for you guys.
I just got a quick update just before you get into that. RS did win 7-0, so that we'll look at the standings again in that conference. Just got that. Thank you, Alex Lenhart, for sending that.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. Last week we did our final predictions and picked every bracket, everything. And we're not going to break down the series yet. I just want to go through the picks, and then we'll get in the series in a minute because I want to get in the fun stats first, too. How about this? We all picked Utah. We all got that right. We all picked the Clippers over Dallas. We're all hanging on like hair on a biscuit. Terry and Tom picked Denver. Kevin and Hunter picked Portland. We were wrong, Hunter. Everybody picked the Lakers. Oh, for the Lakers, guys.
And thank God I'm wrong. Thank God I'm wrong.
You at least had them losing in the what? You at least had them losing in the Western Conference Finals, Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have them in the finals, but I didn't want the Lakers to win in the first round.
Kevin, I got them all the way to championship, and it does not bother me one second. They're not going to be there.
Well, if AD doesn't get hurt, they probably beat the Suns.
Well, guess what? He was hurt.
That's right.
And I don't want to hear nothing that LeBron's got to say because all them players that were brought in were people he wanted.
I'm just explaining my pick, why I picked it.
All right, Jayla, you can handle it.
I understand your pick.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got in Philly, all four of us picked the Philadelphia 76ers. 0 for 4. Knicks and Hawks, guys.
I underestimated Trae Young.
No, you underestimated Nate McMillan.
What do you mean you, Terry? You 0 for 4 to we.
Nate McMillan.
Nate McMillan is going into that.
Nate now. After not picking
him. Nate McMillan going into that at a losing record in his every playoff game he'd ever
McMillan made the difference.
Sure, okay.
Well,
where's Indiana?
Where was your insight into that before the? Speaking of insight, Terry, your finals in the East pick, since you missed both finals picks, East and West. Your finals in the East pick
get the broom out. Get that broom out
in the first round.
Terry, that's awful.
What's that?
Good thing.
What do you mean it's awful?
It's just terrible. I mean,
they didn't even put up a fight. I think they got beat by like an average of 20 points.
It's almost as terrible as your Michael Jordan as an average player.
Kevin also picked the Heat.
So to win this round, I did.
Not to go to the finals
Not
like you
to,
did.
Yeah, not
He
to go
also
to the finals.
picked and see.
Terry
that's
picked
the-
him to win it. What do you mean go to it? He picked him to beat the Lakers in the finals. Revenge. It was revenge.
I think it does make a lot of sense, though. There was such a short turnaround, and the teams that went the furthest in the bubble that had the hardest time. And you look at the Lakers, you look at the Heat, and they had the hardest time. They had the least amount of time.
Couldn't get through round one on account of they just got through going the furthest of anybody last year.
Correct. And I don't think that's a coincidence.
I mean, they cut 10 games out for him this year.
We should have taken that into consideration when we made our picks. We didn't.
So we all were 4 for 4 on Utah, Philadelphia, and Brooklyn. We got those right. We were 0 for 4 on the Lakers and Knicks, and we're hanging in there on the Clippers.
Jesus, they just want us. That's what makes me so mad, because if the Clippers would have lost last night, then okay, we could come in here today and just talk about it. Now we gotta wait like a whole week just to see, because they'll play tomorrow and see if they'll win Game 7.
It just matters if Kawhi,
they just want to drag it out.
If Kawhi gets 30 and Paul George gets 20, the Clippers are going to win. I just bold prediction.
All right, y'all ready for some fun stats before we break down
I would like
the series?
that.
Yeah. All right. For the first time since 1998, we will have an NBA Finals without the Lakers, Spurs, Warriors, or Heat.
Isn't that nice?
First time since 98, no Lakers, Spurs, Warriors, or Heat. Also the first one since 06 was no LeBron, Curry, or Kobe.
LeBron.
LeBron's. Curry or Kobe.
LeBlond.
There's fun stat number 1.
I will say this. Everybody going into this playoff, all the talking heads on television, they kept saying, it's going to be great for the NBA if it's Lakers, Nets in the end.
They were trying.
And I said, there's no way it's good for the NBA health as a whole. Maybe for your ratings, for your TV ratings, everybody's going to tune in to see Kevin Durant and LeBron James. But to me, especially if the Bucks were to beat the Nets in this series, I think this is the best opportunity for the NBA, because you're getting ready to crown somebody new a champion.
A lot of people like Milwaukee in that series.
I do. I had Milwaukee making the finals.
It just depends if the big three for Brooklyn can mesh. Have they had enough games together? I think it's a decent point to make, but I don't know. I'm still going with the Nets. Weren't you, Terry? Didn't you like the Nets in that series?
That's who I took.
Yeah.
I think every one of us took the Nets.
I think it's too much firepower.
I took the Bucks. But
too much
did take the Bucks.
I did take the Bucks. And I'll hold on to that. Anything can happen.
And they're all healthy, right? Their big three's all healthy.
So wild stat number 2. Luka Doncic has more playoff victories at the Staples Center. That's the key word, Staples Center, right, Tom?
Mm-hmm.
Than Kawhi, Paul George, Anthony Davis, and LeBron put together. Luka Doncic has more playoff wins at the Staples Center than the big two on both LA teams put together.
Well, see, the reason why that's misleading is because of the bubble last year.
Here we go. Tom and my misleading stats.
Kevin and his misleading, Kevin and his misinformation.
There is no misinformation. The LA guy has more wins than 4 guys do at home.
It's not a lie.
There's nothing to lie about.
It's not a lie.
That was a good job, Luka.
Misleading.
He's amazing, though.
All right.
Luka. Like, I know you can say
he's not
a
amazing
crybaby.
for the free throw line, though, is he?
not
Luka. I think every time I turned around last night, he's the one that guarded Kawhi.
I can't stand watching him cry. He cries.
He could not stop.
He is a crybaby.
With the Suns eliminating the Lakers.
Come on, Luka.
With the Suns eliminating the Lakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 of the 5. Now this is for Jayla. I want to see if she laughs at this one. With the Suns eliminating the Lakers, 4 of the 5, all Kendall Jenner team moves on to the second round.
I hate that you said that. I hate that you said that.
4 of 5 Kendall Jenner's boyfriends won in the first round, is what I'm saying, and she and her or whatever they are have moved to the second round.
Whatever they are.
Jordan Clarkson at point guard has moved on. Devin Booker at shooting guard. Ben Simmons small forward, and Blake Griffin at center. Kyle Kuzma, you're first off the Kendall Jenner All-Stars, getting knocked out of the playoffs. Kyle Kuzma's gone fishing, Hunter.
Gone fishing. I love when they do that on NBA TV. Gone fishing.
Now, Kuzma might, though, be in the winning position. The other four got to go to practice. He's got Kendall Jenner's phone number and nothing to do.
And nothing to do right now. So.
There's a reason he might have been missing shots the other night, Tom.
Is there something else we could talk about?
All right.
Tom, don't look so uncomfortable.
I know. Each of the last.
Is there something else?
It's like that's a mixture of pop culture and sport.
I don't
know we're talking NBA basketball.
It's funny.
I don't do pop culture on this show.
Funny.
I don't do pop culture.
It's funny, dude. I think it's funny.
Each of the last 30 NBA Finals series.
Mm-hmm.
This is going back way back. This is older than Hunter.
Yeah,
Featured Jordan, Olajuwon, Shaq, Duncan, Kobe, Steph, or LeBron. This will be the first one without any of them. 7 guys have made up the last 30 finals in the NBA Finals. We're going to not have one this year. Are we going to be okay?
I think it's healthy. Like I said, I think it's healthy for the league. Mostly because if you look at the landscape of the teams that are still remaining, a lot of them are young stars. I'm not going to label them superstars yet, but they're young stars. Like, think about it for Phoenix. Devin Booker is he's amazing. And you can look at Phoenix as well, because part of me is leaning. I'd like to see Phoenix make it now. Chris Paul could finally say in his long tenure he actually makes a finals and could possibly get himself a championship.
And he's got, Booker's the now player on that team right now. So
yeah, he might be the best player, but without Chris Paul, Booker did nothing.
You're right. I'm not saying.
I'm sorry. Did Devin Booker not just drop like 35 or 40?
Yeah, he did. But my God, it's about time.
I think what Terry's trying to say.
He scored 70 in a game.
I'm trying to say
71.
without Chris Paul, Booker's never been there.
What he's trying to say is they complement.
They do.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
they
what
do.
he's trying to say. He just doesn't say it very well.
I'll say this. Well,
He's also trying to say
Booker,
you need 2 good guys on a
Correct.
team.
Yes.
To win.
That's what
Devin
he's trying to
Booker's
say.
always been
Unless
able to
you're Luka
score.
Doncic.
Just now, he doesn't have to do it all.
Luka cries every time he shoots the ball.
All right, let's
Him
go
and
reach
LeBron
series.
both.
Every time.
We're going to go over the NBA series by series now. We can't do that one yet. Denver and Phoenix. No Jamal Murray, but the Jokic didn't care.
No, I thought the team as a whole played good.
Dispatch Portland. Well, Hunter and I both thought that without Jamal being there to at least match Lillard on the perimeter, that Jokic would in the game would have a problem. Now here we are. We've got Denver, Phoenix, Utah, and maybe the Clippers. Do you think the NBA was signed up for?
Guess who has the best odds of winning the championship out of that group?
Utah.
Is it Utah?
Yeah.
Utah.
Doesn't surprise me.
So I thought they would be a great matchup for the Lakers. I thought Lakers would have had all trouble with them because of Gobert's size. Really makes the difference. And speaking of size, watching those Clippers and Dallas get how many 7-footers does Dallas have?
They started out.
5-6 of them.
Boban was out there. Porzingis plays like a point guard.
Willie Cauley-Stein is out
Cauley-Stein, there's like a 7'2".
Kleber, and then there's another dude out there that's tall.
Powell's pretty tall. He's like 6'10".
And Luke is out there at 6'7", 6'8". So they're
now Porzingis attacked the basket one time and had that monster dunk there in the first half. I'm like, okay, he's going to attack the rack.
Doesn't do anything.
Why doesn't he attack the basket?
I'm going to put a player on Dallas and see what y'all think. I know Terry hates him no matter where I put him. He's going to say no. But I'm going to put a player on Dallas to compliment Luka. See what you think. Russell Westbrook.
Oh, I don't like Westbrook either.
Add some speed and scoring and ball handling to keep it off of Luka to that lineup.
Yeah, but
how do you guard those two?
I'm be honest though.
Luka never shoots.
Oh, God,
nah, Luka would still shoot. I'm be honest. Looking at it though, to me, Luka right now,
Harden and Kyrie and Durant.
Luka's play style is a slower LeBron.
Right.
LeBron is he can obviously is a little bit more athletic than Luka. He'll charge the basket.
But if I said what do you need for that, what would Dallas need?
I don't know if Westbrook's
and if you put
the
everything
thing.
to do it, and then I would, and the only reason
because I want Luka to have the ball
because I said the name Westbrook. But if you said what you would need, you want Luka. I don't want Luka to bring the ball up.
Why? That's what I'm saying. He's
Terry,
like
would you
a
want
point
Larry Bird
forward.
bringing the ball up?
No.
And
No.
Luka's so big. At some point, he's going to get to. I know he's 22 now.
He's a baby.
He's 27, 28, 29. You don't want him bringing the ball up.
This dude's scoring 40+ in games, and he's 3 years younger than me.
Right.
What did I do?
Could he get?
That's what that makes me feel like.
You're not
6'7" and Slovenian. You were in basketball
That's
camp.
what I watch him, and I'm like, what am I doing?
Well, Hunter, at 13, y'all both had two totally different ideas of what dribbling a basketball meant.
Yeah,
or
he
dribbling
was
a
playing
ball meant,
pro
put it
ball
that
in
way.
Europe.
No, he was dribbling a basketball with his hands. You were kicking it. Is what I was saying.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I played soccer.
You were playing soccer. You're
Okay.
kicking it. Wrong hands. That's why. But those guys make millions.
Oh, I know they do.
I mean, you're just not 6'7" Slovenian.
What happened?
Some of us aren't.
Anyways.
On a hilarious side note, they were talking about how nice Boban was. Like
Yeah.
he's the nicest guy ever. I think he had a flagrant foul against somebody by accident.
He did.
He wrote him an apology, gave him a gift and all this stuff.
I can't believe the
oh my
refs
God.
called that on him.
But he's such a great guy.
Yeah.
But if you watch him in warm-ups, I mean, he's just a guy that just enjoys life. It's so much better to watch him. That's why I want to watch Dallas. I love watching him, and I hate watching Luka. Even though Luka's a great player, because
You just don't like that he cries.
I just can't stand wussies.
Yeah.
How could you
Just
be
tell me how you really feel, Tom.
How could you be a 6'8" wuss? You know, I mean, it just doesn't
doesn't
if
compute.
you watch LeBron when he gets mad, he's down there pouting like he's
How
in
many
the fifth
times
grade.
did LeBron get mad because a call wasn't made and he never got back on defense?
Yeah, I saw that.
He just sat there and
Crying.
barked at that ref.
flailing his arms,
So-
crying like a little.
So Terry,
ugh.
next year, when they release all the restrictions as far as mask and press and everything, we're making sure we send Tom to the Dallas game, and I'm going to tag him, Luke, on some of these
Some of these comments
before the game, and let Tom walk in that locker room and share
ask him
some of
questions,
these
Tom.
these
You
thoughts.
got to
of
ask
his-
the cold, hard questions.
Yeah.
Ask that 6'8" Slovenian about
Hey,
how
you
wussy
wuss.
he
Hey,
is.
Luka.
He's a wuss.
Hey,
I
Luka.
don't care. He's a wuss. I don't care.
Do you have any comment on my comment of you being a wuss?
He's a wuss.
And then, but remember, Tom, you got to go like this though, because he was
I
like
would
6'7",
have
6'8".
more respect if I went into an NBA locker room. I wouldn't say, "Luka, why are you such a wuss?" I would not do that.
I don't see why.
But I will
not.
say that on this program
You wouldn't be like
about any. I
at
would say
least-
that. I mean,
I see a lot of complaining
pretty
on
sure-
the court.
I'm pretty sure LeBron could whip me in a fight, but
I
he's
mean,
still a
okay,
wuss. I'm
you
not
and
gonna-
Luke
not
are
gonna
in
die.
passing, and would you ask him?
If he passes me,
Hey, if he just
no,
in
I'm not
passing.
that kind of guy.
Ah,
Have you
Tom.
ever
I don't do
flailed?
that.
You're that kind of guy right here.
I'm not that kind of guy, but I'm just saying, like, objectively speaking, he's a wuss.
Have you ever flopped like LeBron, Tom?
No, don't do that.
When somebody
never did.
accidentally
Don't do
elbows you.
But
in the
even
face?
in the game that invented it, I never did.
You weren't a flopper.
No,
I
I
don't know
laid
if I
people
believe
out.
that or not. I'm gonna have to call Bandies, and I want some archives of. I think Hunter was a flopper.
Nah, dude, I was good. I didn't have
Hunter's
to
running
flop.
around looking. If the ref's not looking, he'd bump into somebody. Ref, he hit me.
No,
Is that you? That's
no.
you. That's
I
gotta
was
be Hunter.
good.
That's
I
gotta be
was
Hunter.
good. I'm gonna
That
toot
don't
my
matter.
own horn at this moment. I was good. I didn't need to flop.
That don't matter. Some people still do.
That's true. That's true.
Watch
Gave me
LeBron.
advantage. Yeah, watch LeBron. Watch
Golly.
Luka.
All right, so
I want to comment though on that Denver Portland series that
right,
just
we're about to
finished.
pick these here. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, Damian Lillard. I don't know what more he can do. It's kind of unfortunate. What was it? The game prior to their elimination game when he dropped 55 and set a series. Well, he set a series record for threes made, and then he set his, or I think the record for the Trailblazers and the threes hit in that game because he hit 12. I just look at it and I'm like, I don't know what more he can do. And I think his contract is up after this year.
I was just about to say,
No, did you
where's
see
it?
what they were saying? Like him to the Lakers and AD to Portland?
If I was Anthony Davis, I'd hate that. But they'd have to trade him. It would be different.
But who would do that with his injury history? Why would you trade superstar for superstar when one's
Well,
got
that- but
injury?
that's what I'm getting at,
the
though, is-
Lakers would be better off with.
Yeah, but would
you know.
Portland?
But see, Portland wouldn't have to trade him. Portland, I feel like would just get the shaft into the stick there,
They
and that's
would.
because Damian can walk. Like I think his contract's up after this year. So if he walks and says I'm going to the Lakers and
after
they sign
21
him,
or after 22?
I think it's after the 21. So now this season is over for him. I think his contract's up.
Would it
Okay.
make?
I would have to double
Well, then
check
there's going to be no trade.
because that's what everybody's talking about is who's going to go and who would. Someone phrased it like this: who would even want to go and join LeBron right now
All right,
with his age?
So Hunter, I got an answer for you on what more Damian Lillard could do.
If you say play defense, I mean,
He's
he's
like
like 6 foot.
He scored how many
What are you talking about?
in that last game?
And that last, I don't know about
50.
the last game. The game prior was like 55.
All right, in the last game he had 28.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
But he's gassed.
He had 28 points, and you're saying he's gassed?
Well, hold on.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, as it goes on, eventually he's just going to get gassed.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Kind of like what they used to say about James Harden carrying the Rockets.
What I'm saying is
get gassed.
He had 28, and he gave up 32 to the other point guards. So maybe he could guard the other guys. Maybe he should not give up 22 to Monte Morris, who averages 9 in his career.
He's playing pretty good right now.
He got beat by 11. He gave up 13 more points than the dude averages. Maybe he should guard the other guy's point guard.
Well, what's he want him to do? Go out there and drop 55 again back to back?
He should score. No, I just said he should guard the other guy's point guard.
That's
if he keeps him to his average, he wins.
That's every one
that's
that
the
you're
NBA
talking
today.
about.
Right.
LeBron, whoever LeBron's
say,
a guard,
what should I do?
This guy scores
and give
too.
up 30. Yeah. You should guard the other guy, and then maybe you would win. And I see it guy after guy after guy that does that. Okay, he's got more help than Luka does. You switch those two, you don't think he's got more help?
What?
I think, they're different positions. If Luka was to go to Portland and Damian was to go to Dallas, I think Luka would have obviously more success in Portland because he would have CJ who could bring the ball up. Because CJ to me is poor man's Dame.
Yeah,
like he's close,
McCollum's
but
good,
he's not
man.
quite. He's not quite Damian Lillard.
No.
And so, if you switch Damian Lillard with Luka, I feel like the whole layout of how Portland plays is just completely different.
So I saw the talk they were trying that the talk is they may move McCollum because him and he said he would actually flourish
Probably
because he needs
elsewhere.
more shots, and that Lillard needs someone else with I guess less shots, bigger. I don't know what they need there. We'll see. It figures out.
I think you got the same kind of tandem as you got at Washington right now with Westbrook and Beal.
Too much backcourt.
There's too much stuff out there. Neither one of them can take the shots they need.
Lillard's asked for Jason Kidd to be his coach. That's the report.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good report.
That's his.
I don't think that's a good judgment. I don't think Jason Kidd should be the head coach. But the players are going to prefer who they want. So
I mean, at this point, are you not going to give Damian what he wants?
If you want him to stay
after 8 or 9 years.
If you want him to stay, yeah. There's no reason making at this point in the NBA, you can't afford to make any superstar mad because he's going to up and demand a trade, and you have to trade him to where he wants.
All right, Philadelphia and Atlanta. Who's picking the upset?
I see a lot of people picking the upset if you just look everywhere else because they don't know if Joel Embiid's going to play.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say he's got a torn meniscus. I don't know if he's going to be able to come back.
Is it a meniscus or are they playing it down now? Because I just saw a report that said it was torn cartilage.
I'm not sure. It don't sound good either way.
Well,
anytime the word
tear's
torn,
a tear.
yeah, tears,
Especially for the big man underneath.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, he's their heart and soul, and you can't rely on Simmons.
Simmons is good at what he does.
A 25% free throw shooter. Good job, buddy.
But Joel
5 of 20.
Yeah,
he's
terrible.
Listen,
5 of 20.
He
How does that
struggled.
happen in a pro game?
How
It's
does
a pro
that
game.
I was just
Wait a
listening.
minute. Tom, weren't you on the Embiid for MVP bandwagon on that
I
one?
was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Embiid is not 5. Ben Simmons is 5 for 20.
Oh, I thought y'all said MVP.
No,
I'm
Embiid's
talking
hurt,
about Ben
no.
Simmons.
Oh, well,
Pay attention, young man.
No, I told y'all that years ago.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just saying.
Well, I knew that when
Chris
he couldn't beat
Bosh
State.
went 2 for
Yeah.
17 in a game before. That was just field goals. So it can happen to anybody.
What's going to be the strategy because Simmons has the ball in his hand so much? It's going to be hack Ben Simmons, right? I mean, especially
Late. Why not?
and with
Late.
Embiid on it, there, he's going to have the ball even more. So I mean, it's Philly's in a tough spot right
All right, Jalen, was JP in there? Will you grab a piece of paper and behind you off the printer and bring it in here? I need a extra piece of paper here to write.
We have to write down our picks, Jalen, so we can't lie about them the following show.
We don't just use Notepad on the computer.
It's not like it's recorded on video.
Not like it's recorded.
It's not like there's a Word document or a notepad we could pull up on the computer.
Right.
and
That
type
would
it
be
up.
too modern.
No, it's too modern.
I want to minimize my
we're
screen
not like that.
so I can see it. Thank you.
There you go. Now we can make a great amount of picks. I'm just glad that we don't have bad picks today, Bad picks.
That's in the fall, Hunter.
That's in the fall. It's
That's
only
in the fall.
It's only football.
Bad pick.
There you go.
Gee.
Bad picks.
All right, so
Terry had the bad pick
no,
with
Jalen's
Miami.
going to cut some bad picks this week. Don't worry about that. Let's start with Denver and Phoenix. Thoughts and picks, Tom?
I don't know. It's just I like the Joker, but I like Chris Paul. You know, I mean, it's just, I like Booker. I think he's playing well. I mean, I've listened to a lot of the talking heads this week since I've actually had a little time, and they're just really high on Booker. So, and I've always liked Chris Paul because he carries himself with a humbleness. I think he's a great ambassador of the game, and I want to see him do well.
I like that he's more of the pure point guard.
Right. I want to see Chris Paul do well, and I'm just kind of
He's
torn.
never made a conference finals in his career.
Is he? Yeah. Is he banged up? I mean, he came back. He came back like he wasn't.
I might be wrong on that. He might have made the conference finals when he was a member of the Rockets, but I think he was hurt. He didn't get to play.
They were up 3-1 and he pulled a hammy and got beat.
That's like I don't know.
Also, Chris Paul is not an ambassador of anything, Tom. He hits people in the man region on purpose.
So does Draymond Green, but
Chris
loves
Paul does it with his hands. He's done it like 3 or 4 or 5 times.
I don't know.
Numerous times. You don't remember or don't care.
Hey, listen, forgive and forget.
Either.
Right?
I just like Chris Paul.
He is a terrible ambassador of mankind and of anything.
Jeez.
You can't just walk around smacking people in the man region when they cross you up. That's what he does. You cross Chris Paul up and bam, hit you in the man.
Don't cross me up. Don't cross me
Them
up.
Wake Forest boys are sneaky. Tim Duncan, he used to do
That's
that
what it
too.
is. See, now it comes out. It's Wake
I
Forest.
just actually put it
Wake
together just
Forest.
this second. It had nothing to do with this.
Okay, well, it doesn't change my opinion. The fact that you don't like him makes me like him even more.
There you go. You're gonna pick
Phoenix
then.
I
Cliff
think
Paul is
I'm
about
going
to get smoked.
This is taking forever.
Cliff Paul.
Did I walk in the other room?
Cliff Paul.
I mean, whoever he picks here is you got to go the other way.
Terry, it
Yes.
might not work that way.
Terry, you picked the Lakers to go to the finals.
And
but I know right now what
why
I'm
are you
picking.
talking junk about me? You
I am
you picked
talking
the Lakers
about
to go to the
somebody
finals.
who continues. Never mind, Tom. Go ahead.
Oh, I talk too much. How come it's a talk show? If I talk, I talk too much.
My goodness.
I'm the only person on a talk show who's supposed to be quiet. I'm going with the Suns. Go ahead, Terry. I'm done. Go ahead. You got so much good stuff to say.
I feel like it's
Go
a
ahead.
running,
Let's hear your wonderful words of
I
wisdom.
feel like it's a running joke at this point.
It is.
That's what it is.
It's ridiculous.
Nuggets.
That easy.
Nuggets.
That's how easy it is. All I have to do is
great.
listen to Tom.
That's great. That's a great
when
breakdown.
he continues, you just take the opposite.
That's a great breakdown, Terry. That's
Tom,
a great. When you write in your book.
Tom, I'm not going to
Chapter
let him.
1, why Michael Jordan is terrible. Chapter 2, why the Lakers will win the 2021 NBA Finals. Go ahead, Terry. Could you write the
Terry,
book?
do you want to elaborate on why?
No,
Go ahead.
I've
Write the
already
book.
got mine in. I don't need to say no more.
Tom, I'm not going to let him disrespect you like
Thank
that.
you. Thank
I
you.
like the Phoenix Suns to win this series.
I do.
Eventually, I think Joker, trying to be the one-man band that he is, carrying Denver, is going to catch up
Now,
to him.
they've all sold me on Booker.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he better not lay an egg in this series.
No, I think the X factor is the young man that's coming off the bench for when Chris Paul comes out. Cameron Payne. He comes in and he's instant offense.
He's played well.
Instant
He's played well.
offense.
Yeah.
So,
can he continue?
Possibly. Anything can happen.
So, Hunter, who you on?
I like Phoenix.
This is a tough one for me.
It is tough.
You know Bol Bol ain't going to play.
ain't going to play.
I know
So
that.
just pick Phoenix.
So I got to pick against Denver because the coach is a moron. But
He's never liked Denver's coach.
But Cliff Paul chokes on more than he smacks. Utah. Oh, that's not the series. I'm going with a probably MVP then, and against Tom's soliloquy with the Denver Nuggets.
Mm.
All right.
Great understanding.
When they win,
I'm glad we're
I told you
split
so.
here because it's going to make it fun.
Right. Philadelphia and Atlanta, the ATL. Trae Young. Is he going to shoot Ben Simmons out of the gym? Terry, you go first this time.
I like Nate McMillan.
Uh-huh.
I do.
Uh-huh.
To me, ask Indiana where they're at right now, and they'll say, boy, we shouldn't have never got rid of our coach.
You know good and well Nate McMillan was not the difference in that Knicks series.
Oh, yeah, the way he changed how they played defense. But in this series, you're going, I think Philadelphia will beat them without Embiid. Trae Young will be stopped. To me, I've never liked Trae Young at all. So, 76ers.
I'm going to let Tom go now.
No, you go ahead. No, I'm waiting my turn.
The way that you just reacted, you got something
Trae
you
Young
want to
will
say.
be stopped. Whoever superstar of that team is just going to be stopped.
He can.
Cold.
So he's going to score 25 instead of 30.
If I shot 50 times,
he speaks
Tom,
in these
I can
extremist,
score 50.
ridiculous things. Trae Young will be stopped. No, he's not.
How can that happen, Tom?
No, God Almighty.
If I shoot 50 times, I'm going to score 50.
What irritates me here is I might have to go with Terry because without Embiid and with Simmons, I think they might go with Hacka Simmons. You know what I mean? Why not?
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you go with
would.
Hacka Simmons? So I just hate that I'm going to have to agree with Terry based on I don't know if Embiid's going to play.
What do you mean
they'll beat
agree
him
with
without him.
Terry? Terry chose the 76ers to win.
That's what he's going to do, agree with the 76ers.
I have no way he sounds like he's trying to pick the Hawks.
No.
He's not going to pick no Hawks.
No, okay. I misunderstood what Terry was saying over there. I guess I'm going.
Remember, you're in Atlanta.
Yeah, I know.
When does Atlanta win?
All right, wait a minute.
I know. I'm going with the Hawks. I'm going against Terry.
Lordy. Well, there's another loss for you, Tom.
Don't say that, Terry.
Another
loss. Because I chose Phoenix, too.
Yeah.
But I can't be on your bandwagon this time, Tom. I can't do it. I'm going to go with the 76ers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a love-hate thing with Trae Young's game. He's trying too much to be Steph, and there is only one Steph. So he's like a poor man's Steph.
Yeah.
To me, though, Atlanta's just so much younger.
They are.
They're so young.
Well, they are.
They're on the rise. Like I think they got a good amount of young talent. I just think it's too early.
Trae Young
I
is
think
at the best
76ers
place he
will
could
win.
be in Atlanta because they've never. So you go always back to Dominique Wilkins is probably the last time they had somebody that could score. And, Trae Young's on a good
When Joe
team.
Johnson was there, he could score.
Joe Johnson could score anywhere he ever went.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could score anywhere. But I'm talking about in Atlanta.
You went all the way to Dominic Wilkins.
We have a problem. We're so used to disagreeing with each other when we agree. It's like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
It's like, wait a
I'm
minute.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Continue.
So who did y'all pick? Everybody picked Philadelphia?
No,
Tom picked.
I
Tom
picked
picked the Hawks.
Hunter picked Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Guys, if Embiid doesn't play, it's.
What's the actual status on Embiid?
They don't know.
They do not know.
They don't know.
What's the injury?
Meniscus.
Well, yeah.
Meniscus or cartilage.
Yeah.
I hear
one or the other.
He's only played 50 games this year.
You only played 50 games, and you only lasted, 4 games in the first series?
In the last game to beat the
He
Wizards.
has a lot of trouble getting hurt. I mean, a lot.
In the last game to beat the Wizards, remember the Wizards hadn't guarded anybody yet. Seth Curry.
Never have, never will.
30. Tobias Harris, 28. And Simmons, 19.
That's the name I keep forgetting about. Not Ben Simmons, is Tobias Harris.
But
Tobias Harris is really
he can
good.
score.
But what I'm saying is that every game you turn around, no matter what, if it's Embiid leading the team, it's whatever, Simmons is sitting there at 19 points, 21 points. It's not. How
many assists is he getting you?
What I'm saying is he can't shoot good enough
I know.
to get to the 30s and 40s like other players can. You just can't get to the lane and get layups.
I think he's
all
fine
night.
with that, though. Like, you watch him, and never has it looked like he's improved his shooting.
I don't think
so.
no.
He's just like, I'm good at what I do.
I don't think he cares about anything. Was he on the Kendall Jenner All-Stars? Which one was he on?
Yes.
Which Kardashian was he? Was he
was
with Kendall?
He was, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, one of them's been with 2 of them. Whoever's with Courtney now.
I don't know.
He's had 2 Kardashian girlfriends.
What's that got to do with who we pick?
Correct.
Terry,
Correct.
The 1978
Oh,
decathlon
my
was
Lord.
won by a woman, and anything after that, I mean, it's just insane.
When we want to talk about something, we're stupid. When he talks about something stupid, it's meshes right in.
Yeah.
So I just want to go ahead and make that statement right now.
Simmons. All right.
Who
Anyway,
you got?
So Ben Simmons, what I'm saying is that either one of these teams getting smoked in the next round.
Okay.
So if I'm gambling, and
Which
I'm
is
not
illegal
picking
in
my
the state of
boy,
North Carolina.
I hate it too.
It's
hey
illegal.
Tommy, I'm with you on this one.
I like the Hawks, man.
Falcons to the Eastern Conference Finals to get swept by the Brooklyn
Well,
Nets.
Trae Young is another one the guys have been talking up. See if he lays an egg in this series. I'm interested.
I'm not picking him. I'm not picking because of Trae Young. I like Clint Capella. And both these teams are kind of solid, good matchup. It may go 7, but Bogdanovich is a little scary there. Watch out. Capella can play some defense. I like in Gallinari's little. The other night he had like 28, and the next night he has 1. So I don't like either one of these teams, to tell you the truth. So
I think we can firmly say whoever wins this series, though, is not making it out of the East.
Hunter, you have the Clippers obviously going. All right. So
Yeah, yeah.
You're picking them over Utah. If Dallas makes it,
Whoa.
What?
Just because I have them in the finals in my original pick doesn't mean I can't sit here and at least say it wouldn't surprise me after how I've seen the Clippers play if Utah beats them.
But you can't pick.
Right.
But he wants to do both.
No,
that's what he does.
He's the fence sitter.
I picked the Clippers, but if they get beat, I'm not surprised. So either way, I'm right. He does this every show.
If the Clippers won the series 4-1 over Dallas, I'd have no problem picking them over Utah because I think their wing scoring is better. But the fact that that Dallas has taken them 7 games, and I can't tell if the Clippers have any fight in them at all. So now I'm going to say
they don't have any fight. They've won 3 road games. Leonard scored 45 last night.
I see them go down every game in the first quarter to Dallas. They'd come out flat
Not
as
last
a dog.
night. Last night it was an even first quarter. They wasn't flat.
So
they don't have any fight. What are you talking about? They don't have any fight.
Listen, I feel like they think they're tougher than they are.
Right,
like
Terry.
it should be just be a cakewalk.
Utah or Dallas?
My Lord.
Utah or Dallas?
Oh.
We'll double pick this one because it'll start before next weekend.
Utah.
So Terry's got Utah. Utah or Clippers, Terry?
Ooh. Clippers.
All right, so Terry's split on whoever wins that. All right. Tom, Utah or Dallas?
Utah.
I'm with Utah all the way on either series. So, all right. Now, finally.
Who did you take, Hunter? Nobody knows?
He's got
the Clippers. I got the Clippers all the way.
I told you, Terry.
He's a
politician. He's a politician.
If Dallas plays Utah,
no matter what he says.
Did you take
he's
the
a politician.
Yeah, I have the Clippers in the finals.
Okay.
He's
But
a Clipper.
now he's went back to the opposite way.
But if they get beat, I'm not surprised.
Right.
Listen, it's not rocket
winning
science.
it, Tom. Winning it.
It's not rocket science.
He's got them winning.
I've got them winning the whole thing.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, if they get beat, okay. But now
I picked them. So
now,
what? They got
listen,
beat.
well, here's the thing: they got to get past Game 7 tomorrow night anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now I have to pick if they lose
and
Dallas
they've lost
plays,
3 straight at home.
If Dallas plays Utah, I'm going to take Utah over Dallas.
Okay. Hunter on Dallas.
I'm just going to say Clippers are going to find a way to win.
Did you take the Clippers?
I would hope so.
They're gonna
All right, Hunter, true or false? This series changes the league for the next 5 years. Milwaukee and Brooklyn.
Yes.
No matter who wins, no matter who loses, there's going to be some movement.
It
Players
is so
on
bad I
different
can't even
teams.
keep up who we picked.
What? I've already got everything written down.
I hope so because I've lost over here.
I don't know
It is
what-
bad
I don't know what
listening
you're doing.
to them too because you can't ever
I've
tell who
listened
they
to
pick.
Hunter. He picked everybody, but I mean, the
That's
only
why.
person he
Listen,
didn't pick.
hey.
And Hunter is
Then
not
I'm not-
surprised if
He
the
hates
Hornets
everybody.
Listen,
come
then I'm
back
not
and win.
wrong, Terry. I was just misguided.
He's picking the Hornets,
Boston's
but
still
I'm
in
not
it. You want to take Boston?
All right,
No.
Oh, okay.
Terry.
Now, y'all don't know what you're doing in Boston.
Terry, I'll get your thoughts on it because that's going to be fun to hear this.
Okay.
Terry, Bucks and Brooklyn.
Forget it.
Before the series, you had Miami, so I can't go back to your past thoughts.
No, you can't go back.
You don't want
Past
to.
thought
You don't want to
mean
reminisce
nothing
that.
no more.
All right, Terry, so what you got? Bucks
Yeah.
and Brooklyn.
Well, you got to go with the big Giannis. The Bucks.
A lot of people like the Bucks. in the
Nobody
series.
from Brooklyn can match up to him, play him, or anything. Ain't no Durant can play him, no Harden, no Irvin. None of them can play the big man underneath. He will dominate the middle. He will destroy them off the boards, and he'll have 30 points a game every game.
And
they
let
play.
me guess, Durant will be stopped.
Well,
He'll just
Durant,
be
what's Durant
stopped.
gonna do? Durant don't want to
Durant
be
will be
matched up
stopped.
against no Giannis. Giannis will be dunking on
I
him.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think Durant.
Forget it.
Durant doesn't want to get bodied up by Giannis.
Harden will be stopped. He won't score a point.
All right, Tom.
Terry.
Brooklyn.
Do you have a
I like
response?
I like Brooklyn. I think.
To Terry.
I just think that Terry is
Excellent soliloquy,
underestimating. If Kyrie can get focused. Now, what happened to him was disgusting with the water bottle. That was just. I'm glad that guy got arrested. He's under assault and
I
battery.
agree.
I hope he goes to jail for a year. You don't do that kind of crap at a game. But I hope Kyrie kind of gets his mind straight because I'm picking him. Yeah, he did stomp on the Celtics logo, but who cares? And Boston people are crazy.
That's all right.
But
Terry.
but I'm picking him because I just think that you might be able to slow down one guy or this guy. But they got 3 that can just light it up, Terry. I don't know.
You've already heard what they always
Who's
say.
your answer for all? And I think a lot of these games, they might be.
No, you've
be
already
high-scoring
heard
games.
what the answer is over there. Because Durant and Irvin always know that they would never have a shot at winning the title unless Harden come. They were not going to do it without him. Even the stats are saying without Harden they cannot do it.
Yeah, a lot of people like Milwaukee.
I think this,
but I like Brooklyn.
So Durant is not all that we say he wants to be. Yeah, great shooter. Yeah. Controls the game. Yeah, I understand all that. But Harden is the guy that makes the other two run.
He can really score.
Well, he can really assist too. Now, if he plays the pure point guard position, he had 17 assists the other night. And sure, it helps that those two guys, as soon as you pass it to him, you can kind of just turn around and say, yeah, it's going in.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Yeah.
But I look at this series, and I agree with what Kevin said. I think this can change the NBA landscape for maybe the next 5 years. Because say Brooklyn does win, and then they win to the Eastern Conference Finals and then the Finals. I'm telling you, other teams are going to look at that three and say, what do we have to do to match it? That's exactly what it's going to do.
Why are you saying that? Miami had three. They won it with the three they had.
I know. And
so
then they
it's
had
not
player
like
movement.
Brooklyn's never done nothing.
No, I know.
So they got three guys. So what? Miami did that a long time ago.
Miami did it. Boston did it. I know. And then when the one that tipped the scale over was when Golden State did it and Kevin Durant went. But I'm just saying, there's always going to be the cause, which is those three coming together, and then what's going to be the effect after they win. Someone else is going to look around and say, we can't get past them unless we do this. And maybe that's Giannis. Maybe that's another one of these big superstars. If Giannis wins and the Bucks go on to the finals, Milwaukee might become a powerhouse because people look around and say, I want to play with Giannis. I want to go play with Middleton. I want to go play with Drew Holiday. I think it can do a big shift maybe in the East and the West.
Holiday made a big difference in the Bucks.
I think he did too.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask me, I'm sticking with my pick of the Bucks. I watched back-to-back games between the Bucks and the Nets. I know Harden was out at the time, but still, the Bucks they played hard-nosed defense and won those two games back-to-back. And Giannis had 40-plus in both games.
Is that one starts Sunday, Hunter? Is that one?
That starts tonight.
All right, Tom.
Oh, it's tonight. Okay.
If you would,
the Bucks have been off for almost a week.
Who'd you pick?
I picked the Bucks.
All right, Tom. If you could summarize Terry's thoughts on the Bucks for me, real quick.
Well,
that he just said.
He said Giannis.
He will dominate.
Giannis. But when you talk about the Rockets, you talk about three, not one.
Okay.
I just,
Wait,
the Rockets?
The
Bucks?
Nets? He means the Bucks, right?
No, he means
I'm sorry. What did I say?
Bucks. You said Rockets.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Bucks. I don't know what I'm saying.
The Bucks are a whole different team from what the NBA as originally used to be.
So
Giannis can dictate everything that happens underneath. But Brooklyn has no answer for him.
So Giannis,
no matter who they
So
put there.
what's the other name? See what I'm talking about? He says Giannis and nobody.
Terry, name me two other players for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
It's easy.
That was my summary exactly. Okay.
All right. So here we go. Giannis in his game 4 win over Miami, the defending champions, tied for third in scoring on the team. He only had 20 points. I don't know if that's unstoppable. Every now and then LaMelo got
against
20.
Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had somebody underneath that could play him.
Brook Lopez had 25. Brian Forbes had 22.
God, he's shooting good.
Chris Middleton had 20, and Giannis had 20.
I was getting ready to say, usually Terry does bring up Middleton. Usually he talks about him when he brings up Giannis as well, but you notice he didn't even mention
I think the
Chris Middleton is on the Willie McGee Ugly All-Star team.
Yeah, he's not.
Middleton is going to be the same guy every time you go out on the court.
Listen, the X factor in this series.
Things on this show just take a weird direction. Middleton's pretty good. He had 20 points, but he sure is ugly.
He's on the Willie McGee team.
Hey, listen, X factor in this series to me is Drew Holiday.
So it did too.
Drew Holiday is a big bodied point guard, and if he can body up Kyrie just a little bit to make him uncomfortable, I mean, the game can still be,
it
won by the Bucks.
It does not matter what we say. Kevin is a Durant fan no matter what he does, where he goes, where he's at. No matter what.
Kevin has a.
He had to go to Golden State.
Help right
no,
now.
he had to go to Golden State to win a championship.
No, he does this because he has a cult-like affection for the players he likes.
Yeah.
Tony Romo, for instance, it's the same thing with him.
I didn't think Tony Romo was the best basketball player on the planet.
He has a cult-like for his players. It's cult-like.
Yeah, he would have never won a championship if he hadn't went with Thompson and Curry I mean, Draymond, he would have never had a championship.
It's like Molina and with the Cardinals. He has a cult-like affection for these players. This is what he does.
I mean, he was at. Think of all the people that he was at Oklahoma. He had a lights-out city down there, and they couldn't win nothing. Nothing.
How many championships did LeBron win in his first stint in Cleveland?
0.
All right, so Durant's first stint in Oklahoma City with the baby Russell.
Are we saying he's going back?
And the baby Harden. Now, since Durant left, how many finals have Westbrook and Harden been to combined? None.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kevin Durant has 2-1 against LeBron in the finals, right? He's got a winning record against him.
Thanks to Curry and Thompson.
The MVP in both those finals, Terry, was who?
I don't care whether he was.
We know you don't care, Terry, because you disregard facts.
Right. So, Terry, would you agree with this? One man, one All-Star cannot win an NBA title.
I agree.
Okay, so there's no reason we should denigrate anybody for having a second player on their team.
I agree.
So him going to Golden State is him
trading.
And he
was the one that wanted Harden.
Right. Him going to Golden State is like, I would rather play with them two than those dudes in Oklahoma. He got Harden out of there. They got Westbrook. They chose Westbrook over him. How'd that work out for OKC? Durant is the third all-time leading scorer in NBA history. It's not that I'm picking him no matter what. It's that in a basketball tournament, I'm usually going with the best player is going to have the best chance. But then when you add two other guys that can get 20 every night, it almost makes it unfair. And whether it's Steph, Clay, Kemba Walker, and Terry Rozier, you get two other guys that get 20 with Kevin Durant, it's going to be almost entirely impossible to beat them. Now, with that said, who has, since 2000, I got you guys a trivia question, the most combined points by a trio in an NBA game? By a big three.
Just an NBA game?
Yeah, just an NBA game. The most points in an NBA game by a big three.
Since 2000.
Trio, since 2000.
I'm pretty sure it is Durant.
I'll give you a hint. It's a Western Conference team. How about that? I'll narrow it down. Cut the league in half.
Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker?
I would say no to that one, Terry. You got to guess. The most points scored by three players in an NBA game since 2000. Since 2000.
Thompson, Clay, and Green.
That's what I was going to say.
And Green.
Yeah, it should be Green. Thompson, Curry, and Durant.
All right.
Thompson, Curry, Durant.
The real answer: Smush Parker, Chris Mim, and Kobe Bryant.
What is it?
106 points. Kobe had 81. Smush Parker had 13, and Chris Mims had 12.
Oh, Lordy.
Trivia question of the day.
Dumb.
Since 2000, you can ask all your friends and family. Ask them today. What name the three players that scored the most points in NBA games since 2000? And Smush Parker's part of that answer.
Wow.
You didn't think that was happening today, did you?
Nope.
All right, so I'm definitely going with the Brooklyn Nets. I picked them to win it. Me and Tom both have to pick them too, so there we go. All right, there's NBA thoughts. We went way over long on that. All right, Jalen, you ready to hit buttons? All right, we'll be back in just a few moments. KTCBroadcasting.com.
Lifetime warranty on new and used cars at Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City. And now until the end of the month, Friendship in Forest City will offer up to $4,000 over Kelley Blue Book value on your trade. Guaranteed best prices on new cars, all used cars priced way below book value, and now all new and used cars have a lifetime warranty, unlimited time, and unlimited miles. We're simply not like any other dealer. Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram, we're located in Forest City.
The City of Kings Mountain welcomes East Coast Party Band. Live at Patriots Park, Saturday, June 5th. South Carolina's premier show and party band. East Coast Party Band covers 6 decades of rock, rhythm and blues, beach, and much more. DJ Eric Bowman will take the stage at 6, followed by East Coast Party Band at 7 o'clock. While there, enjoy the food and beverage garden. And don't forget the monthly cruise-in beginning at 5 o'clock. All makes and models are welcome. The concert series and cruise-in are free. So make plans to be at the Kings Mountain Live Music at Patriots Park concert. Saturday, June 5th, for an evening of great music, food, and fun. Go to KingsMountainEvents.com for more information and come see the East Coast Party Band live. Join Captain Ron and myself, Calvin Hastings, this Saturday starting around 5 o'clock as we broadcast live from Patriots Park with the East Coast Party Band. The Spring Fling is underway at Carolina Federal Credit Union in Cherryville. Now you can get $100 cash back when you refinance from another lender. Now financing up to 84 months for new and used auto loans. You can get 1.49% APR financing for new autos and 1.99% APR financing for used autos. Apply online at carolinafcu.org or call 704-435-0186. Carolina Federal Credit Union, 1200 East Church Street in Cherryville. They treat you like family because you are.
Take advantage of a special offer on the versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. You own the land. Now, make it yours. Get the Kubota BX 2380 for payments as low as $99 a month.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, off Highway 74 at Oak Grove Road, Kings Mountain. Classic Ford of Shelby says congratulations to all of our area seniors. You have amazed us with your confidence, hard work, perseverance, and determination to make it in life. This is a big stage in your life, and it's the beginning of another stage. May your heart feel the happiness you feel for accomplishments, and congratulations again on a job well done. From Classic Ford of Shelby, 1775 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at classicfordofshelby.com. Call 704-482-6791. H&H Pest Control and Waterproofing in Shelby wants to take this time to salute our men and women in service and to our veterans. We thank you for bravely doing what you're called to do, so we can safely do what we're free to do. We remember our veterans and renew our national promise to fulfill our sacred obligations to our veterans and their families who have sacrificed so much so that we can live free. This is a special salute also to Thomas Hester, 6-year U.S. Army veteran, from H&H Pest Control and Waterproofing, 520 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at hhpci.com. Call 704-482-2847.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. I think they're on.
JP, yes. Who's the lady in front of you?
Jalen.
Now, you remember her, but Phillip.
Well, Jalen, he couldn't remember Phillip last week, so you must have made an impression on JP in there, because he sure can't remember Phillip Russ's name.
He's never seen a girl before.
But you know what I can remember? Friendship Chrysler Jeep Dodge.
That's insulting.
Hunter Yancey.
That's insulting.
190 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina, 828-919-3001. Friendship Nissan, 156 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina, 828-245-1661. See our friends at Friendship. Hunter, you got a new job. You got credit. Go get yourself a new Dodge or Nissan product.
Possibly.
I
gotta think about it.
If I wasn't the poorest man in Shelby, I would probably get myself a new vehicle.
Well, I'm a pretty poor man in Catawba County.
Yeah,
so
well, you got a girlfriend, that does make you poor.
Yeah. Money just...
Wait till you get married, you'll be even more poor. That's the way it works.
Well, thanks for Tom's... I don't know what
Terry knows. I mean, he's been driving the same car since like 1980. That's how poor he is. He's just poor. I mean, we can't help
in Major League Baseball action.
Married means poverty. Okay? Baseball.
In baseball action, yeah.
The Cleveland Indians have narrowed their team name search to 1,200 names.
The Cleveland who?
Indians. 1,200 names. And what's funny about it, ESPN, is really promoting and pushing them, changing the name, calling it racist. But anytime they run a story on them, they show the Chief Wahoo logo. So that's the picture of the story on the thing, telling you how bad it is. But we're going to still show it to you. And of course, the Bureau of Indian Affairs and all the Indian nations and all the other things. Tom, I think Cleveland, by putting out a list of 1,200 names, is telling people to F off. And maybe one day, once y'all shut up after a year or two, we might forget all about this. I think y'all are just pushing it back. 1,200 names, y'all ain't trying, and I'm not blaming you or anything else, but 1,200 names is just a
you
joke.
want to know why
not
you
12,
aren't?
Not 100 names, not 10 names.
Why you aren't in a rush to change the name? Because unlike the Washington ordeal, nobody's threatening to pull money out. That was what pushed Washington's back to the wall. FedEx was getting ready to pull out money that was going to be the name for the stadium.
If Progressive threatens, I guess they'll.
Listen, that's how it works. You hit somebody in the pocketbook, and they're going to change.
Is that the name of the field now?
Well, I know. You know what? I want to say that's.
Or do they have a
because it's First Energy Stadium. I want to say it's Progressive is the sponsor of the baseball field.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's Progressive. I'll have to look. I'm almost positive it is.
Yeah, I can see it. Of course, people are going to push, but until the public voice gets too loud to where the people that are funding the money start to say, we don't really want to be associated with this anymore, it ain't going to change.
Because I know Progressive.
And I don't, you know, I'm one of the ones, obviously being a Washington fan growing up, I don't want the names to change. I don't see quite the problem with it.
Don't even have a name anymore,
we don't have a name anymore. I'm a Braves fan, too. I don't want to see the Braves name change.
It is because... You know, the football is First Energy, but Progressive still does like a lot of the Baker Mayfield commercials and all that stuff. But it is it's Progressive Field. I always still call it Jacobs Field. I mean, it's just that's what it is.
That's what I think.
That's what it is to me. But
it's one of those things where we can sit here and say we don't see the name as a problem, and then you'll have certain people say, well, that's because you're white, and it's like no, if you were to look and you can do the parallels with the Washington situation, how everybody was trying to lay it out. That was a gift, the logo from the Blackfoot Indians. Like they essentially would give us their blessing that it's okay. You're remembering a heritage. It's like we're trying to wipe that completely out. That there were not Native Americans.
I mean, I listened to a story the other day.
We're gonna get rid of the Chiefs' names.
It was out in Kansas, and they're wanting to. Like not only that, but like if you have a high school like Cherokee High School, some of the Indians of the Plains, we can't do that anymore. We're just gonna take that away. That's somehow an insult. I just don't. I mean, like I said, from my perspective, I don't have the only perspective on this, and I will admit that. But from my perspective, I don't see it as harmful. I think it's, I just think it's something that's not worthy of the attention that it's gotten. You know, but Hunter's exactly right. That if Progressive goes in there and says, okay, we're pulling the sponsorship unless you change the name.
Well, Hunter
you'll be the Cleveland-based
brand. The biggest thing I think Hunter's trying to also get over, if you take Washington now, it was the Washington Redskins, and then it went to Washington football team, and now when you see them, it don't even have Washington in front of them. It says Dallas playing the football team.
on some of the stuff on TV.
That's
so
what
now it's going to be maybe
the football team.
Now to be the Reds versus baseball team.
You should call them baseball team.
Yeah, I mean, come on, people.
I said that for weeks after they did the initial push to get Washington to change their name. I said, well, if this is the case, when is PETA going to start calling up saying, well, you can't have dolphins fighting tigers on the field? Come on now. And everybody just needs to start changing their names to the city that they're in. Let's say Charlotte. Get rid of the Panthers. Just call them all football teams.
Cleveland United
will Cleveland call them all baseball teams. The Cleveland baseball team.
And FedEx, I mean, come on. Make a call to Cherokee High School and tell them they need to change their name. They can't be the Cherokee Braves. That's my question. Will FedEx and all these sponsors call Cherokee High School and tell them that you need to change? Cherokee and Braves are both offensive. I want to hear it. If once we start this down, you open up that door, and that's what you said.
Right, like we can't come back now. The door's already open.
So are you going to call these Indian nations and tell them they need to change their names? Are the white people up there at FedEx going to call the Indian folks down at the nation saying, "No, you're offending me"?
Yeah,
that's how it sounds. And I know, Tom, you've seen this for years. Logos are different. But
I was about to say that. You need to do a logo change.
If y'all's team's name was whatever, nobody would care. Whatever you change your name to at the end of the day. But
what name do you want, Tom?
It's
the
crazy
Spiders?
where we're going with that.
Go back in time.
I think the Indians are telling everybody to F
when
off.
I was a little boy watching Channel.
When
I was a little boy watching Channel 43, they had this little jingle. The Cleveland Indians. They're the Cleveland Indians. I don't care what you change the name to. Mm-hmm. They're the Cleveland Indians. I mean, you could change it to the Cleveland Spiders or the Cleveland.
Who's y'all's main rival? What'd you say?
I don't know. It's pretty with Detroit and White Sox. I would say it's pretty.
I feel like every Cleveland fan I've ever met though hates the Yankees. That's because they steal all your.
Am I right or wrong by reading this? But aren't those? Who'd you say?
Detroit, the White Sox.
So let's say Detroit and the White Sox. By following the
division
logic,
rivals.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit and the White Sox are the biggest racist in all of sports, all of baseball.
Because they dislike the Indians.
they hate the Indians and pull against for y'all to lose.
Same with
They
Dallas.
pull for y'all to lose.
It's
Tom.
not. It's
You're
like,
racist for saying "Go Indians."
Yeah, but it's kind of funny you would
It's
mention
just
that.
weird.
They don't
It's
really
just-
have like a Brown Steelers, like a real, like a Yankees Red Sox.
Well, when
thing.
you have never won anything, it's hard to have a rival.
Shut up, Kevin.
I was waiting for Terry to come with that one.
Who's won
I'm
more?
not saying a word. I'm
Nobody
just
won more
listening to Tom.
Nobody won more baseball games.
I mean, we're
for
talking
like
about
7 8 than
Cleveland.
the Cleveland
You
Indians.
know, they ain't won nothing since who knows
They're
when.
the Cleveland Indians. You can change the name. They're just like Hunter makes fun of me all the time, but they're still the Washington Redskins.
No,
to me.
100%, Tom.
You can
I
call
know
them
what
whatever
you mean.
want. Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Football team, Tom. Football team.
I do that. I do.
Yeah, you
that.
do.
Football
Yeah,
team.
you do.
Just
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when I do the San Diego Chargers. Los Angeles, Tom. Los Angeles.
I do it.
I don't know if I'll
It's
ever
like
do
a
that.
dartboard.
That's
I'm
gonna
just.
be a
It's
long
just
time.
I
so
don't
easy.
care.
It's
they're,
so easy.
They're the San
Yeah.
Diego Chargers. I don't care whatever. I mean, it's just the
It's
way.
been a long time to get LA Chargers.
That's just the way I believe. I don't care what
It's
anybody
the
says.
it's
Whatever.
the what Raiders now, Tom? The who?
They're the Oakland Raiders. I don't
that's
care
what
what
they
anybody says. You can call them whatever. They're the Oakland.
That's the Las Vegas Raiders. Think about it though. You're gonna have to decide. You're gonna have to remember it's no longer the Oakland A's.
Well,
Yeah,
in Major League standings, now we went off on the Indians in their 12,000 names. That's just 1,200 names.
I would
I think-
start a petition, Tom. See how many signatures you can get, and just say don't change the name.
They're the Cleveland Indians. Yeah, they're lucky I don't have a couple $1 billion. I just buy them. It's going to be the Cleveland Indians. And
Moving
we're
to
done.
Japan. Be the
Moving
Cleveland
on.
Indians.
I don't
Progressive, pull your sponsorship.
All right,
out.
Tampa's in first, Boston second, Yankees in third, all over 500. White Sox in first, Indians second, and Kansas City back over 500. Terry,
Yeah, we've won a lot.
y'all been playing the Twins or something?
5 straight.
Cleveland.
You've been playing Pittsburgh a lot.
Cleveland wins 2 out of 3 against the White Sox, and they should have won all 3. And then they play the worst team in baseball, Baltimore, and they get beat 3-1.
Is Baltimore or Pittsburgh the worst?
They
It's one of the
won.
two.
Baltimore lost 13 or 14. in a
Right
row.
now, Baltimore
Yeah.
and Arizona have the least number of wins in baseball at 20.
What
at
Baltimore's
20.
been like the butt end of a bad baseball joke for like the past 10 years.
I don't know what their problem is.
I don't know.
They just
Eventually you would
can't-
think something would turn around.
How close?
How many
is,
times can you keep picking up towards the top? Is that how
Cleveland and
baseball
Kansas
works?
City? One game.
One game, sir.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's
Always look at yourself after 50 games and figure out where you're at.
The Central's going to be interesting because nobody's any good, really. I mean, they're not bad. I mean, Chicago and Cleveland and Kansas, but none of them are really. You're not really. Whoever wins that division is probably going to make a first round exit. I mean, they're just not. They just don't have enough. You know, I think that Tampa Bay, even the Yankees, the Red Sox, you know, or the better.
I don't think the
teams.
Yankees have enough. I
Yeah,
don't.
I mean-
Truthfully, people before the season starts, all you hear is Dodgers versus Yankees, and I'm looking at both of them right now, and I'm
What was
like,
our
you're
final
both
score
flawed.
last night, Kevin?
On what?
Kansas City.
Oh, good God.
Well, I'm just figuring because I know we scored 9 runs in the first inning.
Yeah, I thought you had 10 at one point.
14-5.
There you go.
Oh, and guess who you played? I guessed right. The Twins.
Yeah. We scored 9 runs in the bottom of the
I
first.
saw a joke about that. Somebody, I followed this betting thing on Twitter, and he was like, I took the money line for the Twins, and they were down 10 in the first inning. I was like, well, that's a bad day.
I thought the Twins would be better this year too. They haven't been very good. I watched them against Baltimore. They struggled against Baltimore. They're just not.
And I hate to see Baltimore struggle, but it's more of like a hometown thing. I know Hunter plays for him, and so I'd like to see him be able to get good, but at the same time, it's just one of those things where
They're just sad.
I just don't know if it'll ever turn around.
All right.
I wonder if they're going to be the new Chicago Cubs, except for the next 50 years, it's just a laughing stock.
Over in the, I hit the National League a second ago. There it comes. Well, nope, there it don't. National League, hitting buttons, it's not working. All right, I do got some fun stats for you, maybe, for baseball. With a double and a home run for the Dodgers a couple nights ago, Albert Pujols tied Babe Ruth in career extra base hits to tie for 4th all time. Can you name the other 3? Top 5 extra base hits all time.
And you already mentioned Babe Ruth.
Babe and Albert are tied for 4th. Who's the top 3?
Barry Bonds.
He's second.
Yeah.
Hey,
McGuire.
No.
Dang it. Hey, Rod's my go-to all the time because I do
McGuire,
think he's
no?
that good.
No. Extra base hits? Hit it
Extra.
over or stop it
Yeah.
first?
Yeah. Yeah.
What should be somebody we don't think of?
Sammy Sosa.
No. All-time home run king. Hammer and Hank Aaron.
Okay.
Yeah, Hank Aaron. Yeah.
Hank Aaron's number 1, Barry Bonds 2. And if he would have worn a Red Sox or Yankees jersey, would have been celebrated as the maybe he's the greatest left-handed hitter of all time. Stan Musial is 3rd. Wow. Aaron, Bonds, Musial, Pujols, and Babe Ruth. When people ask you for a list, and I don't see WAR on that list, how about extra base hits all time? Hank Aaron, Barry Bonds, Stan Musial, Albert Pujols, Babe Ruth. Now,
I would say just briefly, I do hate seeing Albert Pujols in the Dodgers jersey. I do. I wish that he would have went. I know, but I wish somehow they could have reached some sort of accord to go back to St. Louis.
Cleveland could have used a bat.
Well, Hunter, when you tell somebody to F off for over $30 million 10 years later.
Forgive and forget, you know? Yeah. Forgive and forget.
I offer you $30 million.
Freeman was daggum on first last night, congratulating everybody that got the first.
If I offer you $30 million.
I did not understand none of that.
What was he doing?
He was hugging them.
What was going on?
Greeting them. And
Freddie?
I'm like, huh? Yeah.
Freddie?
I was like,
Nice
what are you
guy.
doing? When Pujols got over to first, him had a great big hug.
Oh, okay.
Nice
Good
guy.
job, buddy.
Mutual respect.
Friends.
Mutual
You know,
respect.
listen.
Mutual respect, like dadgum, coach. I mean, pitcher, can you not throw a strike?
No,
So-
this is Atlanta we're talking about.
So the Cardinals lose 3 straight and drop from
Congratulations,
first
you
to
walked
3rd.
against him too.
Been in first for about a couple of weeks now, lose 3 straight, and we dropped to 3rd.
Outside the Dodgers,
A game and a half out. And that's who we lost to was the Dodgers.
outside the Dodgers and the Padres, really, is anybody taking any other team really, really seriously to win this
San
thing?
Francisco's in
the
first in that
Giants,
division.
Yeah, but I think that's going to peter out, though.
Maybe.
I think
How many games in are we? 30?
if Cards make playoffs, we got a chance.
Okay, here's your deal.
Jack Flaherty gets healthy. I'll match him up against anybody.
Name
in
me
a game.
2 Giant pitchers.
I couldn't. I promise you that.
And they're winning.
Yeah.
It ain't Tim Lincecum.
I think
He ain't been there in a
Todd
while.
Warren.
And
I think in
no
the long, I
Bumgarner,
think in the
he's
long
been
run,
gone.
in the long
That's
run,
what I'm saying.
on the long run, it's going to come down to the Dodgers and the Padres.
Giants in first,
Atlanta.
plus 70. Padres in second, plus 78. Dodgers in third, plus 87 run differential.
God, they can
Now-
score.
Now look over to the American League East. Mets in first, plus
National League East.
Yeah, National League East. Mets in first, plus 3.
Don't even look at the Braves.
Braves
They're
in
negative.
second, minus 7.
They're negative.
Philly in third, minus 20. Nationals, minus 22. Over in the Central, Cubs, plus 30. Everyone else, minus.
Look at back at the Mets. What's their record?
27 and 23. 4 games over 500.
Okay,
They've
what's
only
the
scored
Braves?
182. The Braves, Hunter.
We're close. We're like 26 and
Hunter,
something.
you've scored 85 more runs than the New York Mets, and they have more wins than you.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. But
That's all we
what's
can
the
do,
difference
baby.
in the loss column?
6.
So they've lost 23, and the Braves have lost 29.
Yeah.
So see, that's what I'm saying. In the by the tightness, it's showing that the Braves are real close, but really you're 6 games back because you're going to go by that losing bracket.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the Mets got to do is just win. They
Oh,
don't
I
have
know.
to lose.
It's the same thing. If the Braves were to go on a 6-game win streak, try and make that up, you have to bet
to
that the
win.
Mets are going to lose 6
Yeah.
straight.
Nobody
That's
in
what I'm
the
saying.
East has a winning record on the road. Mets losing on the road. Brewers and Cardinals winning on the road. Giants, Padres, and Dodgers winning on the road. So if you're looking for your favorites, you'd have to obviously say somebody from
Atlanta.
the West.
Yeah.
Somebody from the West, Brewers and Cardinals. I mean, that's...
If Atlanta could ever get their pitching together,
Yeah,
if
they
they
brought
get
Stroman in
that,
last night.
that I feel like I have been a broken record for like 3 years straight now. The pitching is the problem. The bats are not. If we're outscoring the Mets who are in first,
Why don't y'all have a trade between tribes?
One time last
One of you
night,
needs pitching, one needs hitting.
Well,
Get something
I'll
done
send
here,
you-
guys.
you're gonna
Somebody
think
throw
it's
in.
I'm going to tell you how bad it is because one time last night, the Dodgers had 4 runs off of 1 hit.
Mhm.
Because Stroman come in and walked 4 straight people
it's horrible.
to walk in 3 runs.
That was horrible.
Oh,
I'll
I
just-
mean, he's a wrestler, so.
Tom, see if you'll take this trade. Well, I'll send you Albies, and you just give me your 2 or 3 pitcher.
Well, we could use a bat.
I'm not giving you Dansby. And I'm not giving you Acuna. You might could talk me with Freddie.
We could use a
Mike
we
with
could use a
MVP.
bat. Yeah.
Not the other ones. The MVP you can have.
Oh, he's getting up there with age.
Yeah.
God,
The
what
other
is he,
guys are young.
29?
Other guys are young.
How is Freddie Freeman?
I don't know. What is he? I think he's in his 30s.
Is he 30? All right. So
I'll
Pujols tied
look it
for
up.
fourth a minute ago in an all-time list. I got another all-time list tied for fourth now. Adam Wainwright and Yadier Molina tie for fourth in the all-time
31
battery games played, Terry. 283 starts all-time. They tie Don Drysdale and John Roseboro for 283 starts combined by pitcher catcher for fourth all-time. I'm going to give you a name on each of the three batteries ahead of you and see if you can name anyone else on the battery. Terry, in third place, Red Faber in 1914 to 1926 with 306 starts. Do you know Red Faber's do you know Red Faber's battery mate?
Not really.
It's Ray Schalk, for you folks that were wondering. Okay.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
In 1949 to 1963, Warren Spahn played 316 games with his battery mate. Any guesses with Warren Spahn's battery mate? No?
We've all heard of Warren Spahn, but
I know.
there's no way in the world
Y'all
I
don't
can
know who his
remember who
catcher
his
was?
catcher was.
Okay, I thought somebody might get that one. Dale Crandall. Y'all remember Dale?
Yeah. Tom, did you not know that?
I don't.
Did not.
In 1963 to 1975, for 13 years, this duo was the number one battery of all time, 324 combined games. Mickey Lolich. And? Any guesses?
You got me on the edge of my seat.
Mickey
right now.
Lolich. Was he the catcher or the pitcher?
I don't know. Bill Freehand was the other guy.
Jeez.
So there you go.
So these were way before any of us were thought of.
Those were not as the what I'm getting at. The notoriety was not the same as the batting one there.
We can't have any show without spending 10 minutes on Yadier Molina. We just have to do that.
All right, Tom. Remember I gave you the umpire stats the other day of a really bad one? I got a good one. How about that? How about this guy, Jeremy Rehak? 98% overall accuracy. Major League Baseball is 94. He got 160 of 163 pitches right.
That's I'm telling you.
Jeez.
Major League guys are good. They're good. They're really
good. Game.
They're really good.
Who was the other guy? He was at 85. He missed like 27 pitches.
Yeah.
The last one I showed missed 20-some pitches.
Wasn't that Garland?
This guy missed 3.
Tom, you gonna go try out for the big leagues?
No.
No.
He missed one strike. There was a strike that he missed, and he missed 2 balls. So,
those Major League guys are good. I mean, they're good. Just give them credit. They're just good. You know, I was going to say I found out a little information on the honey hunters. I know this is kind of going to the side a little bit, but they're using this as an experimental league. And one thing they're going to experiment is with robo-umps.
Oh, you talking about baseball?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, they're going to experiment with robo-umps, and they're going to experience with moving the mound back 6 inches to make it 61 feet instead of 60 feet, 6 inches. What the honey hunters are basically major leaguers who didn't make it anywhere. So you put them together on a team, and they're basically
minor league.
But it's basically a free agent team.
Yeah, okay.
It's not affiliated with one major league team. It's basically
so anybody can pick from them.
Correct. It's kind of like a practice squad, but not affiliated with one team.
But are they playing other teams that are like that, or
yes.
are they playing minor league teams?
Yes, they're playing other teams that are like that.
Okay.
And it's basically, okay, these guys aren't with anybody. We're going to put you on this team so anybody can come get you.
Mm-hmm.
Like Cleveland sees, we like the catcher. We're going to sign him. Mm-hmm. So anybody can do that. But also experimental in 2 of the things they're going to experiment with are robo-umps. And they're also going to experiment with moving the mound back.
I like the experiment with moving the mound back.
These guys are getting paid, right?
Yeah.
So, in other words, then they could be picked up by
anybody.
Division I.
Anybody, not Division I. These are pro
not
guys.
College.
Not
pro
college. Pro
guys.
They're pro guys.
Pro.
You mean 1A team?
Yeah, 1A
Yeah.
teams.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's interesting.
So, I wonder what the difference in the price is of what they're getting paid here to going to 1A.
I don't know.
Not sure.
Tebow could probably go to that league and make millions.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'd like to know because, is it $20,000 a year? Or?
I don't know how much it is, Terry. Nobody's offered me a contract.
So that's what I'm saying.
So I found this other umpire real quick. The last one missed 3 calls. This one missed 23 calls, Greg Gibson. So Rehak missed 3 and got a 98%. This one got 88%, missed 23 pitches. So you can get a major league umpire in the same crew. One misses 3, and the next guy misses 23 pitches.
See, but I will say this: in Major League Baseball, you can't do like you do other levels. Oh, it looked like a strike; it's a strike. Major League Baseball, it's a strike.
It better be,
or it's not a strike.
Because there's a K-zone there.
Yeah, I know because they got the K-zone.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Any other news and notes on baseball?
Not at all. We just keep on trucking until we get to the All-Star break.
All right. Well,
which did they confirm that they moved that? Where did they move that to again? Minnesota? Is that where they're
Milwaukee?
Oh, okay.
They moved it to a state with more voter restriction laws than Georgia has.
Yeah. Wow.
Or whatever the way you want to, whatever way you word that.
Sheesh.
But
I don't know about that, but it's just kind of funny how if you moved it to Minnesota, not exactly as a diverse area as Atlanta.
All right.
That's all I'll say.
Pine chart on the pitching and stuff real quick. I had that as my one of my notes. And stickies and all that. So Trevor Bauer, did you see his tweet? So they're coming at him about this.
Yeah, I know someone wanted to investigate him.
Right. So 3 years ago he tweeted, if my whatever the revolutions would be over 3,000 RPMs, whatever, on his pitches. Well, they showed a list of all the pitches up till 3 years ago when he said that. There was 0 pitches over 3,000. And the last 3 years, it's went up every year. He went 10, 20. Now he's thrown like 60 pitches this year over that. So he clearly said 3 years ago, if I was using something sticky, you would know it because I would be throwing over 3,000. Now he's throwing 60-some pitches this year over that. And what do you guys think about should we not allow him to do anything to these balls? Allow him to do whatever? I mean, if you allow him to do something, then you're allowed to say, well, he can do this, I can do that. What's legal, what's not legal? Too many arguments with it. I just don't see why we can't just say, hey, nothing. I mean, get up there and throw the ball. It's dirt. Whatever.
Right.
But what do you guys think as far as umpiring and looking for it or having to worry about this stuff like that?
I mean, having to worry about stuff like that is a headache. I mean, it's just, I just, guys are going to look for any advantage they can get, but it does create more of an issue for you. I had one, I can't remember what the guy was doing. He was rubbing his hand on his pants every time, and it was coach at Bandy's and said, well, he's rubbing his hands on his pants. I'm like, I was like, well, he's probably got just sweaty hands. He's probably just trying to dry his hands before he goes there. Well, he could have something sticky on his pants.
Yeah.
I mean, so what am I supposed to do? Go up and touch the guy's pants? What am I supposed to do? I mean, it's just like,
it's a high school game. I don't think they want to see a grown man touching a high schooler's pants.
I don't feel like going to jail. I'm not touching the 17-year-old's pants.
That's right. Coach, how are we supposed to invest?
I mean, it's just like,
Coach, you go out there and do it.
I understand, but he goes, that just looks weird. I'm only like, well, I don't think there's anything in the rule book about drying your hands before you grab the ball. It's
unless you can see, I guess, in that situation, seeing it.
Now, if you're defacable, now I have had pitchers that you've seen it, Terry. Somebody throws them a new ball and they'll take it and start rubbing it on the mound. I'm like, whoa, and I tell them, I say, give me that ball. I say, you can't do that, man, because the old school coach will know that rule, Terry, and it'll be an explosion.
And you have a lot of coaches that come by you and go, just watch him because every time he's putting it somewhere.
Yeah, he's putting it somewhere.
And and it depends on what the count is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, or sometimes they're taking and they'll rub the ball against their pants, which that's not. And I told, it's not defacing the ball. You know what I mean? Like if you rub it on the dirt, you're defacing the ball. If you're rubbing on your pants, you're probably you're trying to dry the baseball, or your hands are wet, or there's moisture, and it's like that's nothing. Because you could take the ball and rub it here as long as you're not defacing it. So what's the difference between rubbing the ball or adjusting a ball and taking it and rubbing on your pants once? Now everybody thinks there's something sticky on it. Well, there's something sticky on his pants. So it's just. There's enough to worry about, and that just adds to the headache.
One of the biggest problems I have with baseball, though, is say you are allowing it, not allowing it, but and I had one guy said to me a long time ago that played college baseball, if the pitcher's out here using pine tar, he's using steroids, and all the other guys I'm playing against are using steroids, and all the guys in Major League Baseball are using pine tar and steroids. What is that telling me to do that I have to do to make it? What is that telling me as a guy in college? If I want to play in Major League Baseball, what do I need to do? Now, it takes you back to the NASCAR saying, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And a lot of baseball is that. And between the the substance abuse on the inside, and then what's on the outside, gripping bats and with the pine tar and other things. It's constant cheating in baseball, and it's supposed to be originally like, I guess, a gentleman's type game, I guess, but it's never been that, because as soon as you say go, it's everybody's a jerk out there in almost every league. Ty Cobb started, to the 8-year-old coaches now, and it's just, I don't like the examples that some of this that you have to look like. For him having to say that, just think about it. Do I need to take steroids right now? I'm 20 years old. I'm in college. I'm competing against these guys. What do I need to do? I mean, do I just get my degree and go work somewhere, or do I keep competing and keep cheating and try to do this? And what do you say to someone like that? How do you tell a kid, don't you got to do it right, but nobody else is? I don't know as far as baseball goes. I think they set a really bad example for that, Terry. What do you think?
Well, I mean, they do, but I mean, I've seen even playing regular old softball, people daggum take the bat and put it in microwaves, and I mean, you know what I'm saying?
How do you put a bat in a microwave, Terry? What kind of
Just
microwave?
Balls too.
A bat in a microwave? What, do they got the little novelty bats they give out?
What is it,
They
extended?
take the end of your court and they'll pop them off, put baseballs, tennis balls in them.
Tennis balls in them, I know about that.
I think he's referring to the bat heater. There's this thing, but they're not microwaves, Terry.
Well, they do stick balls and all kind of other stuff in the microwaves, Tom.
Terry, just be quiet. You're just making yourself look even dumber.
It's okay, Terry.
It's
okay. I don't know. Listen, if you'd have said like heater and not microwave, it wouldn't have been as funny.
Okay.
But you're talking to a kid trying to play in the NFL. You're not necessarily saying, "Hey, you need pine tar and steroids. You need to do squats and run fast. You need to be able to read a defense. You need to be able to run your outs right. You need to know the plays. Not, hey, if you can grip a pine tar better, you can throw it better, or if you can, recover better. That's the thing in baseball is the recovery on the steroids and stuff. It's just, I don't know. Baseball has done a pretty bad job.
Baseball,
with that
almost to a degree, there's like laws, but it's almost lawless at the same time.
It's a headache.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things in it.
We'll be back in just a few minutes. We've got to discuss we got NASCAR and some more fun stuff. We got Duke basketball, Braun Strowman, and more coming up on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Question: where do you buy a used car with a lifetime warranty? The answer is Friendship in Forest City. Friendship has lifetime warranty on new and used cars. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. That's Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City.
For the first time ever at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby, it's a truckload blemish mattress sale. You'll find savings like never before. All are factory sealed. Twin size mattresses start at $119. Full and queen size start at $199. Over 150 in stock, ready to go. From a big tractor trailer full, floor to ceiling, nose to tail, full of these mattresses at Hendrick Appliance. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and online at hendrickappliance.com. Located at 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming back.
Wolfman Jack, it's me. I'm back. My name's still Wolfman Jack. Wolfman Jack.
And you might be sitting out there and thinking that we ain't getting nowhere fast. I mean, people don't leave the house unless they put on a surgical mask first. And even at a bar that I hang out, the bartenders have been using thermometers to stir my drinks with.
Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday mornings, 10 a.m. to 12 noon, on the box. WHS Shelby, WLON Lincoln, and online at KTCBroadcasting.com.
Don't miss the Golf Shop Radio Show this Wednesday from 11 to 12, presented by GolfKnickers.com, the leader in traditional golf apparel. Mark Greenheld and Matt Blanchard go from tee to green and everything in between. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Wednesday mornings at 11 o'clock on Carolina Country, WCSL, 92.3 FM, 1590 AM, and online at KTCBroadcasting.com.
Tee it up in the shadows of beautiful Crowder's Mountain at Crowder's Mountain Golf Course. Play and ride 18 Monday through Friday for $28 and $25 after 2 p.m. On weekends and holidays, play and ride for $38 and $33 after 2 p.m. Monday is Ladies' Day. Ladies play and ride for $18, and seniors play and ride Monday through Friday for $25. For your tee time, call 704-734-0383 for Crowder's Mountain Golf Course.
Plumbing problems? Well, if you're not an expert plumber, then we invite you to call the Expert Plumbers. That's Olmsted Plumbing in Forest City. Just call 828-245-7302. Recommended since 1973. From faucets to sinks to toilets, from sewer and drains to well pumps, from dishwashers to disposals to bathroom remodeling, residential and commercial, new homes too. Don't let your plumbing problems drive you plumb crazy. Call Olmsted Plumbing in Forest City. 828-245-7302 or visit the website at olmstedplumbing.com. Olmsted Plumbing is now hiring for skilled service technicians and skilled equipment operators.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang.
Hey.
Not much.
No, whoa, JP.
I'm not in a good mood. Just let you know.
Okay. So we're going to go on to the next part of our show, and we're going to talk about DOOK. But before we do that, Tom.
Friendship Chrysler Jeep Dodge bringing you Saturday morning sports talk. They're in Forest City, North Carolina. Call them at 828-919-3001. And Friendship Nissan, also in Forest City. Call them at 828-245-1661. See our friends at Friendship.
Well, it seems this week... Really, what does this span back now? About a month and a half now? The state of North Carolina and its basketball that everybody loves has gotten a shakeup from Roy Williams retiring from North Carolina to now Coach K wanting his retirement tour and retiring at the end of this coming season.
Is he going to quit if he's no good like he did this year?
He might stop playing non-conference games.
Or is his back going to start hurting?
He'll let.
Is he going to quit
John
again?
Schneider, coach part of the games.
Well, John Schneider was on the Dukes of Hazzard. John Shire is the new coach at Duke.
Well,
John Schneider was Bo Duke.
John Shire is the coach in waiting. That's what's so crazy. They announce who's going to be next, but he can't even take over yet. He's just going to have to sit there while Coach K gets all of his gifts.
So Hunter made a good point about, or a small point about how one coach says goodbye at the end of the season, Tom, and the other one goes on a victory lap goodbye tour
and holds a press conference about it.
Has a press conference. He's going to go on 1,000 interviews. He's going to go on.
What's this? Every place he goes is supposed to give him something.
I was about to say, Terry, are going to give him something to stay?
It's all.
I mean, I understand. This
it's
is
all
crap.
about him.
It's what I'm saying. This is just totally dumb. When you get to the end of the season, you say I'm done, like Roy Williams did, and you say that's it.
Yeah,
I'm finished. You do not go on a farewell tour.
Everybody kiss my butt like I'm listening to
when
ESPN.
I go to state, they're going to give me
a
state a rocking chair for me to sit out on my porch.
I'm giving him nothing.
What's North Carolina going to give him? A bunch of these?
Yeah, that's what.
No, what it is. It's this. It's simple. Coaching college basketball is nothing no more. Because if I make Tom mad, he'll jump and go. If he's at state, he's going to jump and go to Duke or Carolina so he can play against me twice next year.
Yep, see you later.
You know, I mean, that's what's going to happen. And I despise this because coaching-wise, if you have coaches that stay 5 years, you're going to be lucky because they're not going to be able to. All I got to do is make one little person mad and they jumping somewhere else and my coaching thing is done. Yeah. I mean, I do not like this at all. I think it's terrible for college basketball.
I think that cat's been out of the bag a long time as far as the coaching now. You got 3-4 years and everybody's done now. Everybody gets one recruiting class to get seniors, and if you're not doing good, they are gone. It's tough to find guys to do the 10-year thing. This one is weird to me. And I'm just gonna say it as blunt as I can be. I think it's a terrible choice. John Shire. Who is going to want to play for John Shire? So you can debate coaching style, coaching philosophy, whatever you want. You can be the greatest coach in the world. Who's going to want to play for John Shire? Think about this. Terry, we say that. Roy Williams, once he's come to Carolina, he has not recruited one single NBA All-Star. Not one. Since he was at Carolina, made an All-Star team. Now, if you're a big-time player now, you go to Duke, why? Coach K. Do you go to Durham, North Carolina? Because Durham's a wonderful place to be.
Oh, it's beautiful. Fantastic.
Beaches, beautiful mountains, wonderful, beautiful women. I mean, no, nobody goes to Durham for the scenery. So you're not going to Durham for that. You're going to a private school. Do you want to go to all that through that mess? And to play for John Shire, the 125th best Duke player of all time. Did he play in the NBA? No. Look at all the players that's been in Duke the past few years. Look at all the coaches that's come from Duke. You'd mentioned who? Who do you thought should have been? Tommy Amaker?
I mentioned Tommy Amaker.
What about Bobby Hurley? He was the face of the.
Doesn't he coach at Arizona State?
Was he not the Leighton were the face of Duke for basically 10 years for the most part?
You couldn't have called Grant Hill up, see if he wanted to come coach?
Jason Williams.
There's a lot of people that I would have had on my list before John Shire, because it's not. I'm not saying he can't coach, he can't do the job. He could do it at NC State or Arizona State or wherever one of these other ones. But to replace a legend of the program with someone in the program.
But who?
What do you mean who? Johnny Dawkins should have been the first choice.
Can he?
What do you mean can he? He's been a coach for years.
I know that. Sidney Lowe had too, and he come right straight to state. Did he take them to promised land?
Well,
No.
Terry, again, it's about recruiting. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. It's not about the coaching. I'm not saying John Shire can't coach.
I mean, Sidney Lowe was in the NBA. You thought recruiting, he'd be able to bring everybody in North
How many
Carolina
players
State.
went to the G League this year?
A lot.
How many
and even more going next year.
How many of those are going to say, you know what, I'd rather play for John Shire than Coach K?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. When I heard that he was retiring, I had told you guys this before we got to this. I was talking with a buddy of mine, and this was before they even did the press conference. He said, who do you think's going to take over? For years, everybody thought it was Jeff Capels in the waiting before he took the job at Pittsburgh. He was the right-hand man for Coach K for so long. But
do we know he turned it down?
I don't know if he turned it. I don't know if they reached out to him at all, and he turned it down because he preferred Pittsburgh. But that was the first person I said was, well, I think it's John Shire because he's just right there he's on his coaching staff, and I don't know if Duke is wanting to pull a North Carolina, and because this is the first new coach since Coach K, they've had in almost 40 years or so.
I would like to say this: John Shire did play professional basketball for the Rio Grande Valley Vipers. I'm not sure I'm saying this. He played in Tel Aviv, Israel, and also played for Gran Canaria.
Okay, so
of
we
the Spanish
all
League.
have heard them every day of our life.
Yeah.
He's going to let the Kobe's and the LeBrons. I'm saying, guys.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, Duke is done. It's over. Goodbye. Sorry. I'm not saying because that's what I wanted or don't like Coach K. I think Hubert Davis is a home run. I think this is not even close. I don't think this is a single. I don't think it's you have to recruit players. Hubert will get players way more than John Shire.
I'll just say this.
Will.
I think John Shire, I think Duke did want to pull a North Carolina here. They wanted to keep it in family. They wanted to have a Duke guy come in to take over for Coach K. And Coach K probably wanted that to begin with. He probably had that laid out years ago. He said, whenever it's my time, I want us to bring in somebody that has been here before. Because he always talks about, he's one of us. What was it? They were mocking Capel one time when they came in to play at Cameron, and he looked at the fans and basically said, he's one of us, even though he's coaching for Pittsburgh right now. I mean, he's huge on kind of like a family thing at Duke. But I agree with what Kevin said. Even though I figured it would be John Shire, I don't think he really was the guy that they should have brought in. I mean, shoot, we see Penny Hardaway didn't really have any sense being a coach, but not being a coach, but he did. But I was about to say, but it's his name that started getting players that can start consider Memphis. Right, these guys, the big names. That's why Kenny Smith probably would have been a home run if North Carolina offered him the job. Kids watch him every night on TNT on the halftime show for an NBA, and he's a very successful NBA player.
So we're basically what you're going to say right now, and this is me going back. Hubert Davis or Shire, either one's not going to make it.
I still have my reserves on Hubert Davis, but
why should they not?
But I think
Matt Doherty took over, and he couldn't make it.
Right. I mean, I think Davis will have. I think Davis will be able to recruit better.
Somebody else.
It's not here. He got fired. What? Oh,
and that's the only reason Roy Williams even come to Carolina.
Because Matt Doherty had good players.
Yeah, because he had put the thing in place.
So why are you trashing Doherty and then talking about how he got great players?
He's talking recruiting and coaching.
Yeah,
thing.
That's what I'm saying. He brought the best thing in the world.
You get the best play. Eventually, you're going to win. I agree with Kevin.
With Duke,
it's about the Jimmies and the Joes.
Tommy Amaker, Mike Braid, Jeff Capel, Chris Collins, Johnny Dawkins. I think Dawkins.
I thought
he's
Bobby
by
Hurley
far
probably
the most decorated
first
player.
person I thought it was Tommy Amaker.
Yeah, I think
because he's done decent at Harvard.
Wojo's a coach. So to me, all right, let's think about this: Duke, State, North Carolina, State, North Carolina, Duke are totally different jobs as far as same thing with Clemson, whatever basketball. At Duke and Carolina, you're doing a couple things. You want someone in the family, you want excellence, and you've got to be able to recruit these big names. You're not just going after the Bs. You're going after the big names.
But now that's
you
different.
need studs. Again, right. And I think Duke is making a huge mistake here that they'll never have another big name.
I look back on it
They
now.
might play good basketball. They might be the Butler, the Brad Stevens, but they ain't getting no Kobe's, LeBron, all these guys that said they would have went there. If they would have went there, the 5G leaguers, none of those going to play. Not a single one of them is ever going to play for Duke basketball and John Shire.
But for Duke,
ever.
what is his limit? 20 wins? If that's not going to be good enough,
no.
If he wins 20 games this year,
well, you got to
it's
look
not
at it
going
and
to be
say,
good enough.
this is his first head coaching position. Like, how much of a leash are you going to give him? But that's how I feel that, like with Hubert. Like, how far of a leash do you give him until eventually you pull it back and say, all right, it's just not working? So is it just one season? Is it 2 seasons? I feel like you would have to at least give it 2 seasons so you can actually fully get some recruits in that you've talked to. But to me, I wonder if, because I'm looking back now on the most recent signing day that happened, one of the recruits was considering, high recruit too. He was considering Duke. I think he was a top 5 player in the nation. He chose Wisconsin, Milwaukee. His dad's the coach there. And I kind of understood that. But now that's got me thinking, did Coach K come to him and basically said, well, this is going to be my last year, son? And he had to think about it and said, if this is just going to be your last year, why don't I, and I'm going to go to the league anyways, why don't I just go play for my dad at Wisconsin, Milwaukee? Kind of like when Ben Simmons, everybody's like, why did you go play at LSU and nowhere better? He's like, well, I'm only going to be here for 6 months. I'm just going to go anyway.
I don't have to go to classes.
All right,
No big deal.
Let me give you the cons for all the coaches on the list for Duke, just so you know. All right, this is Amaker Terry. He was a power conference coach before, while they were extenuating circumstances at Michigan, thanks to a long-term NCAA investigation. The fact remains he never reached an NCAA tournament in 6 years at Michigan. Notre Dame, Mike Bray, he was a Duke assistant from 87 to 95. Says, sometimes hard to believe the well-liked Bray is pushing 60 given his laid-back personality, but Duke will try to find a coach who can go for 15 to 20 years. That's what they're looking for. Capel, Jeff Capel. Capel's 5 years at Oklahoma. It ended with a thud, a pair of losing seasons, and NCAA violations committed by an assistant coach. Was he coach of, or Sampson the coach of Blake Griffin? Who got Blake Griffin, Oklahoma?
Oh, I don't know.
Chris
That's
Collins.
what, 2010?
6 years into Collins' head coaching career, he only has one postseason trip of any kind. Johnny Dawkins, only one trip to the NCAA tournament in 10 seasons as a coach in a Power 8 conference. Bobby Hurley hasn't won an NCAA tournament game either. Quinn Snyder, back at Missouri. Why would he leave the NBA of the 1 seed with the Jazz to come back to Duke where he didn't do well in college? And then Wojo has no postseason success as either. So Terry, if you were the Dukies, is that you said Amaker? Tommy, where would you have leaned?
That's where I'd have went.
I'd have went Johnny Dawkins. To me, Terry, and this is why, and it kind of didn't work out for Carolina. But I think Bill Guthridge wasn't a star NBA college player for the school. They gave Guthridge the job because he had basically earned it through being there. I think Johnny Dawkins had earned that spot for years and thought he would get the first call. Maybe he did, maybe didn't. Maybe he deserves it, maybe he doesn't. But I thought he would get the first call. All right, Hunter.
I just find it hard, and this is me when I look at it. I always try to find that if you have a team as successful as Duke has been, I always look point guards. People who run the show, knew how to run it.
Well, like Nolan Smith.
Isn't
he on the coaching staff?
Well, I'm just saying that's where I would go. That's the reason State went to Sidney Lowe. Yes, sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. But when you go get guys who played the middle, like Danny Manning, did he do good at Wake? Heck, no, he did not. I mean, you start naming
big men
people.
don't know the game.
No, that's what I'm saying. When I'm going to look for somebody who understands what happened and run the show for me, that's where I go first.
The only thing I'll say left is, I had just sat there and said
Dawkins,
the name
Wojo,
Jeff Capels.
Bobby Hurley are all coaches.
That's what I was supposed to say. The one that I had said was Jeff Capels, even though he was already taken. But I like what you just said, Terry, because after Kevin had mentioned Bobby Hurley's name, I was like, well, why not? Immediately, I thought, why would you not even go after
when
Bobby
you think
Hurley?
of State,
Because he's
Nate
had
McMillan,
experience.
he runs
Bobby
the show.
Hurley can
You
stand there
think.
with 2 rings on his finger. Whether or not he has won it with best coaching, he could at least still stand there at Duke and say, I'm part of the program. I've got the two. Did Shire win one?
Yeah, he won one. He was, I think, the 2006, was it?
Yeah,
that one they won? Yeah.
But I don't know if anybody would ever. I don't know. Maybe it works out, maybe don't. But to me, I don't think the big recruiting.
If it is, they wanted a guy for like 15 years. Well, they did that because I think Shire's not even 40 yet.
He's not. He's not.
Right. 33 years old.
All right, other news and notes. Mick Mixon retired, longtime announcer. Terry, I'm so old, I guess you guys are too, that I remember the guy who announced before Mick Mixon, Woody Durham, and of course Bill Rosinski with the Panthers. Mick retiring now, longtime announcer. It's, Jones Angel's the announcer for Carolina. He does a fantastic job, and him and Montross and the guys. But, it's Tar Heel sports ain't the same without Woody Durham's voice. Number one,
I agree.
And then Mick was also a part of that for so many years. I thought I ranked him, Terry, up there as one of the best color commentators.
Yes.
At the time, to the fact of when they moved him to play-by-play, I was almost worried about it because he was so good.
Was he the guy that did it last year for Carolina, the play-by-play?
He's been the Panthers for years.
Okay.
Is where he's been.
Okay.
And so when they moved him, when the Panthers hired him, I was kind of worried that maybe it might not succeed, maybe it will. He did fine. Great guy. Always comes by when we come to the meeting, says hi to our groups and everything too. So congratulations on him. Good luck moving on. Mick Mixon and the Carolina Panthers. Braun Strowman cut this week. Local Bandy's product. And,
they cut him, I think, 2 others.
2 or 3 weeks ago, he wrestled for the WWE Championship.
Mm-hmm.
And now they've cut him in budget cuts. WWE is streamlined. What they're trying to do, guys, is sell the company. Vince is getting old, really old. I think the kids have done it for enough. I think they're trying to sell the company but still run it. So I think they're streamlining pieces, cutting a Braun and keeping 6-7 other people at cheaper prices. I think Braun was about $1 to $1.5 million a year. They did have an award show. Did you see the award show highlight this year when they asked Braun about what he eats for breakfast?
No, what do you say?
So he was standing there and he said, I do different things every day. And Triple H was standing behind him giving another interview. And Braun's response was, and I'm not going to get it right at all. He's like, well, if I go to some place like Waffle House or something, I'll get 8. He said, I get 8 eggs and with 5 without yolks, something like that. And then he said 4 other things.
Yeah.
And then he said, and I'll finish it off and I'll drink a couple orange juice and some coffee.
Yeah.
Triple H was behind. He just turned around. I was like, damn. But he started.
He's a big man.
He's like, I'll start off with 8 eggs. Is what he started off with.
He's a big man. You got to fill that body.
But they showed. I think WWE ruined it. They missed a big opportunity with Braun. I thought he could have been he could and still or should have been a big star. I think that was a personality thing. I don't know if Triple H. I think there's some jealousy issues there. Maybe there with Triple H and them. The dude is huge. Have you seen? He wrestled against Brock Lesnar for the title. And he's way bigger than Brock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he makes Brock Lesnar not look like any old and small.
I remember just seeing him carry those huge tires when he was working at Pit Stop back in the day. It was a monster.
He's going to join on with one of the other folks, and I think he'll be fine. But man, that's sad because just seeing him, a local person that you could see on some toys and things like that, that's pretty cool.
He used to live out of his car in Florida, just trying to get a shot. Yeah. He got his shot.
And I drove by Howard's Park the other day, coming by obviously your place, and I was trying to show Amy there was a ball field
back
there. You see the poles?
Yeah, you can see the poles. You got to pull back down in there to see the field, but you can see the light poles back there.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. All right, Jalen, I think we got to take a quick break. We're over it, and we'll come back and talk NASCAR on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Okay, class, listen up. Do not buy a car without a warranty. Just don't do it. At Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City, we have lifetime warranty on new and used cars. That's right, lifetime warranty on new and used cars. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. And through the end of this month, we're offering up to $4,000 over Kelly Blue Book value on your trade. So one more time, Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram has lifetime warranty on new and used cars, and you'll find us in Forest City.
West End Sales in Vail says congratulations to all our area seniors. It was not easy, but you conquered the challenges and emerged the best among your class. We wish you the best as you go out in the world. You will see it has paid off. Again, congratulations and good luck for the future from everyone at West End Sales, 110 North Highway 18 in Vail. Call 704-538-5345, online at westendsales.com.
It's a Memorial Day bike sale you don't want to miss at Pink's Auto Sales in Cherryville. Now through June 6th. Take $500 off any bike in stock. That's right, take $500 off any bike in stock. But again, hurry. Offer ends June 6th. For a complete inventory, go to pinksauto.com or see their page at whatsupshopper.com. Call 704-629-2729. Pink's Auto Sales and Tom's Tables. Both located at 7507 Dallas Cherryville Highway, right outside of Cherryville.
The joy they had found.
50-cent wings. That's right, 50-cent wings at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vail. These are big, juicy wings for just 50 cents each. But that's not all. If you buy 50 wings for 50 cents each, you'll get a free gallon of tea. Get your wings today. And with every $20 order from Mitchum's Kitchen, get a free roll of toilet paper. Yes, life is good at Mitchum's Kitchen. Highway 27 West and Highway 274 intersection in Vail. People are jumping up and down, excited about the great deals found at the new Jumpin' Jeds in Boston. Check out the new arrivals and unique gift ideas like lighted gourds made right here in the USA. And speaking of the USA, Jumpin' Jeds has a great selection of patriotic items. And you'll find items to decorate your porch or patio. And now, see the new Jumpin' Jeds coffee mugs and t-shirts. The new Jumpin' Jeds, Main Street in Boston, right across from the old Stamey store. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturdays 9 to 3. Like them on Facebook, too. Congratulations to all of our area graduates from Annalise Boutique in downtown Cherryville. We are so proud of you. You have worked hard and achieved a huge milestone, all making you stronger to face the world today. Keep following your dreams. And a special senior salute to Emily Dellinger, graduate of West Lincoln High School. Emily will be attending Appalachian State University this fall and is a new member of the Mountaineers cheerleading team. Congratulations and good luck from Annalise Boutique, 206 East Main Street, downtown Cherryville. Like them on Facebook, too.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk. We're in the last leg of the race with Kevin and the guys.
And one more time, thank you, Friendship, Dodge and Nissan of Forest City sponsoring Saturday Morning Sports Talk.
Yeah, it's all up here in the same parking lot. You know, we got two different addresses technically, but it's pretty much the same parking lot. Yeah. You can't miss either one of them up there when you get up there. Over at the McDonald's area. Go ahead, Terry.
Yeah, I want to mention one thing. I lost a good friend this past week, Jonathan Straunt, Sumo. He used to be on a broadcast here, and you know, a good friend to lose. I've been on the field with him bunches of times, and he understood the game. He understood the book, and for his family and all, God bless you. And life goes on; it does not stop. So, Jonathan, we will miss you in a long period of our time.
Yeah, 100%. He'd call, he'd text, he'd listen. He used to be on the show. Terry, I got some pictures down the hall. I was trying to find. I didn't get organized quite this week. I'm going to blame it on the intern. I had to do stuff with her instead of get that ready. But, John was always nice to me. Every time I come over to West, every time he came here, love talking to him. Fun to talk to. Can't ever remember not sitting down or ever talking to Jonathan and not laughing about something.
Yeah.
Or smiling about something.
I think some of the funniest times I ever had with him is when coaches would get mad and I would come into him and he'd go, "Terry, don't worry about it. I'm here. I'll take care of you." Just on account of you missed that call.
Oh, so you actually umpired with Jonathan? Okay, I didn't know you umpiring with him and stuff. But yeah, just talking with him on the broadcast, of course, thank him and his family and everything they've ever done for KTC and for us, and obviously over in the West Lincoln community as well. So yeah, shout out to the Strauch family. Prayers and thoughts with all you guys. This weekend, NASCAR heads over to Sonoma, Terry. I know you're excited about that.
Always happy.
Always happy. Let's see the official lineup this weekend: Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, Bowman, Harvick, Keselowski, and Tyler.
Where was Chase Elliott?
Second.
I'll be darned. He'll probably win it.
Listen, I don't know. Kyle Larson might be, outside of Denny Hamlin, one of the most well-balanced race car drivers this season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's obviously winning races. I think he always got 2 wins under his belt. I think he won last week or the week before.
What was it last week? He led about every lap like we do in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no
It's
point.
Really fun to watch.
Yeah. So I tell you what, Larson being right there and within the top 3, I wouldn't count him out.
You picking him?
I might. I might.
Terry, you ever seen this before? Somebody being first the whole year without any wins like this? Hamlin's sitting here in first. He's been in first the whole year.
Consistency.
Nine top 5s.
I would pick him just to
a few
say
more
he's
winners.
finally going to get
What
one.
do you think about that, Tom? You could lead NASCAR in total points
and not win a race.
But at the end of the season, when they pick their 16, and you might not be one of those because you didn't win a race.
Now Terry,
that's right. If 16 other people win a race, yeah.
Right. Now they should have a rule: if you win the regular season points, you're automatically in. I don't know if they
That's
do
not
have
how
that
it
rule.
is. That's not how it is.
Do they not have that rule?
No.
Now, well, they never thought they'd have more. They'd have 16 drivers. Obviously,
probably
win more than that races. Also, looking at that, Terry, you remember a year, and I can't remember I can't pinpoint the year, 2001, 2 or 3, something like that. Ryan Newman and Kenseth's points battle. I think Newman won like 10 races. Kenseth won 1. And ended up, and Kenseth won the championship that year. And that was one of the reasons that they went or moved on to this format. I like the format. I don't like that. We've talked about this in the past. I don't like the elimination of drivers. Racing is built over weeks. You could wreck in week 9, knock you out of the next round, but win the next 10 races or the next 7 races. You can win 7 of the 10 playoff races and be eliminated in the first round. So I think that's a big giant hole in that system with that. Is that you could wreck, you like you said, you wreck first 2 races in the playoffs, then win the next 8 races. It doesn't matter.
But I think how they got it set up is you can always counter react. Like if you go into the first race and you have a DNF and you finish dead last, hey, all you got to do is come back the next race and win it.
Well,
and you move on.
Right, but that's why I said that's why I don't think they should eliminate the drivers. If you fall behind, you fall behind. What's the point of saying you can't win anymore? You're 100 points behind.
Yeah.
You're there. I'm not saying you can't. You see what I mean? I just think you may have knocked some people out that could have made it to a final round that didn't quite make it. That didn't make it there. All right, picking this weekend. So you got Larson.
I'll take Kyle Larson.
Terry?
Chase Elliott.
I'm gonna keep picking Denny till he wins one, and I'll be the genius and right.
There you go.
Finally. Hey,
nice.
I just knew
Truex?
it was this week.
He's not too far behind.
Shoot, they didn't say his name anywhere, did they? He may be at the back of the field. 19th.
He'll be at
Joe
the front
Gibbs
before it's all over.
is 19th and 20th. Bubba Wallace is 15th, if you were wondering about that one. And Kurt Busch is back there in the 20s. So I'm trying to pull up the time and everything. Schedule. Jalen, to your right is a sheet of paper with sports schedules this weekend. Could you read off Saturday and Sunday's schedules all the way across? Is that the right sheet of paper, JP? Does she got it? He's trying. I think they got it.
On 6-5.
Yeah, go ahead and read.
So on 6-5 at 7 p.m. we have LA Dodgers at the Atlanta Braves. On 6-6 there are no games. Yes.
We got no games tomorrow? There's no race and no nothing?
Toyota Save Mart
There you go.
350.
Toyota Save Mart 350 tomorrow from Sonoma, California. I was about to say that ain't right. And we'll have that tomorrow on KTC Broadcasting, WCSL here in Cherry. I want to thank everybody for listening this week and watching online on KTC. Jalen get in. She's not gonna be here every weekend on the weekends. She will be a couple here and there and helping us out. I want to thank JP for coming in again. Mitchum's Kitchen for breakfast as usual. I had a good breakfast, and I want everybody to enjoy the weekend. Have a happy Saturday, happy Sunday, and anything else, guys? Any other news and notes?
Nope.
Goodbyes, hellos. All right. Thanks for everybody for listening. KTCBroadcasting.com.